And we are live. Sorry for that mini delay, everyone. Welcome to Stack Your Live. As always, I'm Matt from the Matt Clausen YouTube channel, joined by Tariq and Craig. Tariq, Craig, how are you this evening?
Good. Thursday night. Decided to hop back in on live and not be in the comments this time to say what's up to the good folks.
Absolutely. Craig, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a week.
And we only have Craig for about an hour and a half. We have a hard out for Craig at 10. Welcome, Clinton. We'll let folks join in. So we've got a couple pieces on the agenda tonight. We're going to explore Atmost rewards a little bit more because I'm not doing a video. I'm not shooting a video at 3 o'clock in the morning to kind of beat everybody else to the punch about introducing Atmos, which, hey, the video's gotten almost 3,000 views. So maybe my strategy worked. But when I was recording, so many broken links. So many. So we actually have like a fully featured website now for Atmos, which is good. We got Mike Newland joining us. Thank you so much, Mike. And we are simulcasting both on my channel and over on Stack Your Points. However, the chat on my channel is disabled. So if you're watching on my channel, I appreciate you. And I apologize that I'm subjecting you to ads on my channel. But if you want to join the chat, Stack Your Points side. And the link is in the description on my channel. And I put up a post earlier. So join us over on the Stack Your Points side. We've got Evan joining us. Looking forward to the chat. I believe, Evan, that's Sense or Sense, right? And check out Evan's channel, Sense or Sense, CENTS or SENSE. Yes. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Craig. Just saw your private chat. All right. So before we jump into those, anything new with you guys in terms of credit cards? Craig, have you applied for the Atmos card?
I have applied and been approved. I'm just waiting for the card to get here.
Nice. 100. Oh yeah, that's right. 105,000 point welcome offer. You said correct?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah, if you signed up for to learn more about the card way back when they like first hinted that this card was getting introduced, you got like $500 for putting 500 points, not $500, 500 points for putting your name in, and then you'll get 5,000 points extra when you apply for it and are accepted for the card. So 105,000 points on $6,000 in spend, not a bad way to go. We got Kevin Yin joining us. Did you hear that SFO is going to have a new lounge? I know that they're redoing the Centurion Lounge in Terminal 3, and that the Centurion Lounge was temporarily moved to Terminal 2. I'm not sure. I know there is an Alaska Lounge at SFO, I believe. And I'm not sure about another bank lounge or anything like that, but if Chase could put a lounge at SFO, that would be ideal. But I'm not aware of any others.
I think I know what they're talking about. There's a plan where there's like supposed to be a 22,000 foot lounge coming up there, and people aren't sure if it's Capital One or Chase.
Okay, I had heard something like along those lines at DFW. So if SFO has the same thing, even better. Like, the faster Chase can get to double digits, the better. Capital One still has to open 3 or 4 more lounges before they can match Chase, because Chase has Vegas opening in the next couple of months. They've got LAX opening at the international terminal, and then we'll have to see. And then next year, Terminal 1 at JFK opens, and Terminal 6 is supposed to tentatively open later this year and the beginning of next year. T6, I know, is at least going to have a Lufthansa lounge and the JetBlue lounge. I think it can house at least 1 or 2 more lounges, and hopefully one of them is a credit card lounge of some sort. We also got Clinton likely changing planes there in May. Kirby G joining us. Hey, love a sack your points Thursday. Thank you so much.
Oh, we lost him. Did we lose Craig? We lost Craig.
It's fine. We'll get him back in just a second. Double saying, please, Sapphire Lounge and SFO. I will keep my reserve. Yep, that is a good one. Sensor Sense joining us on the channel. There we go. We have hey Matt, I look forward to more info about Atmos. Yep, we'll pull it up in just a little bit. Just hoping to get a couple more people jumping in. I know there's a couple other lives going on at the moment, so we'll see what happens. We got Josh Giebel joining us. Josh with a greetings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Atmos is the new rewards program for Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian. So the brands are staying separate, but they're going to have the new reward structure together. The Hawaiian card is going to continue earning Atmos points after Atmos officially launches in October. So that's cool. And at least like giving ideas of what is happening going forward is a good thing. So yeah, we'll talk more about that in just a second. We got Phil Mills World's JetBlue Lounge. Wouldn't it be great if they had a premium card? Yeah, I know. It would be great if they had a premium card.
Someone should work on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if they actually launched one that actually existed.
Yeah. Don't know what they're doing over there in the East Coast.
I don't know what they're doing over at Barclays where they created the card.
Well, Barclays has enough crap. They're trying to get as many Aviator Red cards to just dump off to Citi once it's all said and done. I haven't told my dad about it because he has one. And I was like, you're probably going to get, what is it, the Platinum card, their mid-tier card?
Yeah. If anything, yeah, the Aviator Red would likely become the Platinum Rewards card. The Aviator Silver, I have no idea what they're going to do with that. Like, it's going to be a mess.
It's not going to be Barclays' problem at the end of September.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, the Aviator card. Yeah, that's not going to be their problem after September. Yep. Easier to have a banking when applying for credit card. Yeah, if you have a relationship with the bank, you'll have a better time with applying for and getting the credit cards. So we'll see what happens. Double the Pin Man himself. Lounges in Charles de Gaulle is horrible. That's not good. But it is Charles de Gaulle, so that's fair. Another pin, another dollar. There you go, Josh. Take the tunnel over to LHR S tier. Yeah, LHR will have a ton of lounge options. LHR is just huge. It is a massive airport. It has been a while since I've been there. 80K points offer on the Hawaiian card is sneaky strong. Not going to fit me, but low spend requirement for a great amount of points. Yeah, that's going to be solid. All right, let's add Craig back. Craig,
am I still a robot? Can you hear me?
No, yes, we can.
Yay! Technology.
Craig. It's a wonderful, terrible thing. All right. Sensor Sense. I'm assuming there's no double dipping on the Atmos with built paying rent at 3x and getting built 1x or 250 built points per payment. So I'm not sure on the Alaska side. If you use your Alaska card, you're definitely going to get your 3 times points. And it seems as though you're also going to get spend towards status when paying rent with the Alaska card, which makes sense because you were getting spend toward companion pass before. So you're going to get Atmos status spend with your rent payment on with built. I don't know if you're going to get the built 0.5 cent per point with a Visa card on top of. So I don't know if that double dip is possible.
So you get it now, the current Alaska card.
You get the double dip? You get the 0.5 cent per point as well? Okay. So if you get the 0.5 cent per point and you can get the spend towards status and you're getting the 3 times points and you're paying a 3% fee, that's
10% if you have a Bank of America checking.
And the 10% if you have the Bank of America checking. Actually, that 10% can offset the 3% fee. In terms of like the number of points that you're getting.
Yeah.
So you're assessed a 3% fee. If you have a Bank of America checking account, all of your points are worth 10% more. So 3.3 for dining, 3.3 for international spend, 3.3 for Alaska and Hawaiian direct spend, 1.1 on everything else. So like it's not 1.5, but 1.1 isn't bad.
And that's just for having an account. That's not the preferred rewards.
Yeah, just an account. I would say keep $100 in there, but you should be fine.
Yeah. Yes, I know that technically JetBlue does have a premium card. I refuse to accept that that's a premium card because that was the laziest put together card in the existence of man.
JetBlue has a premium card? I thought that thing was just like some weird paperweight that doesn't hold down any paper.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. And the fact that you can't get the welcome offer with that card if you've previously gotten the welcome offer on the JetBlue Plus makes it absolutely not worth your time.
Good God, it makes it even worse.
Yup. Kirby G mentions that he got the Aviator Red and CIC on the same night. Almost did the triple apply for the City American card as well, but patience. Well,
those are key levels of applications.
I mean, I've done 2 in one night as well. I got the Attune and my Chasing Cash on the same night.
The most I've done was like 2 within a week, but I'm not that crazy. I can't do it.
Mike Newland, yeah, it looks like Built Card might not make mortgage this year, maybe next year at this rate. Well, with the way that Built operates, like they'll just randomly send an email. So they still got time to just randomly send an email. Encore's lost his damn mind. Same question, but I do think you're going to get 3x and at least 0.5 because they did change the earn rate with rent when you use a Visa card.
I will say, if Alaska is going to give me 3.3 x on my mortgage next year through Build, I'll pay an extra 3% for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they're going to do the mortgage processing yet, but yeah.
I would assume it's just mortgage. So if you have an escrow, probably discounts the taxes and your homeowners, or if you have a PMI as well.
Probably.
It's going to be wild. We're actually going to see technically paying down a loan with a loan. I didn't think this would be possible, but we're going to pay debt with debt.
I mean, you take out a personal loan to pay off your credit cards all the time.
Or people say you're too young to remember the Great Recession.
Ooh,
debt was debt.
Hey, I had a Wii, okay?
My apologies. Wasn't familiar with your game.
Yeah, I was playing Wii Sports when all that went down. I didn't know what was going on.
I was playing Wii Sports in a college dorm to ease the pain.
Yeah. I was in high school. Fun times.
I was in 3rd grade.
Shut up, Tariq.
Yeah. Shut up. I don't think Built knows what's happening. Lots of conflicting messages. Yeah, I don't think Built knows what's happening half the time. Earn 3.3. Yeah, it is potentially possible if you're getting that 3%, if you're getting that 10% boost with the Alaska account, with the Bank of America account. So it could be 3.3 on rent and half a Built point per dollar on rent. Because you're using a Visa card. I think in the most optimal world, that is the best setup. And if that is what's happening, right, that is fantastic.
3,800 points for every $1,000. That's not bad.
Yeah. Josh Gable, I need a business summit card. A business summit, like the summit card is really nice. I don't know what they would do with a business card, but that would be interesting.
Oh, I would love to see online purchases.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one.
Honestly, Josh is the person I was thinking about for the Alaska card, especially now that he's back on the West Coast. Like, that could be huge for him.
Definitely could be.
To
the pin man.
Basic economy middle seats on Alaska flights now.
He's going to be flying JAL to Japan as a business trip and getting to expense it all.
Fair enough.
And pins.
Also, if he's on the West Coast, those are all E170s. So no such thing as a bad seat on E170.
No.
E175, man, I had that flight to and from OKC visiting my dad this past weekend.
Nice.
I like the E175 more than a 737. or an A321. That is, God, what's the? I don't look. I don't need a seat back screen when they give me comfortable seat with leg room and Starlink Wi-Fi.
Fair enough.
Maybe I don't know. I do like the E175. I like the E195.
Yes.
Have not done the E195 yet. I don't know if
I will say I prefer the first class of a 319 of a 321 more than a 70s than the E class or E170 and E195.
Oh, yeah.
That's just because there's fewer seats and they're a little bit wider.
That is true, and that is because Airbus actually knows how to make a seat.
Fair.
Europeans are at least aware that Americans exist. Yeah, I will say the A220 isn't terrible.
No, I agree.
But I like JetBlue's A220 more than I like Breeze's A220. Anyway, double uncapped 3x overseas plus large subs plus bunch of Hawaiian Amex transfers. Devaluation, here we come. That we're gonna have to find out about in October. I am not saying it's definite. I'm not saying it's not definite either.
Honestly, worst case scenario, I would assume that they would just devalue to about where American is right now. If you keep the availability to its current level, or I would say this, I would even give up availability if it meant just having the same point power.
Yeah. They're probably going to avoid their direct metal devaluation if they can.
Yeah.
And then, your Qatar prices might be a little bit whacked, but if it's just Qatar and it's just Qatar and just, Condor, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Japan Airlines
would hurt, but yeah.
I'll be honest, and Matt, you've made this point a few times. I'm just so overly tired of people being so excited for Alaska and American miles when they've never flown Alaska or American metal. Just say that you want to be on every other One World partner. It's okay.
Look, we know why you're collecting the miles. It's got nothing to do with Alaskan. It's got nothing to do with American Airlines. You want JAL and you want Q Suites. If that's what you're going for, just let us know that you want JAL and you want Q Suites. If you want Q Suites, transfer all your points to an Avios program because you can then move them over to Qatar.
Yeah, and it's cheaper.
What? You're telling me not everyone wants to have an hour and a half layover at DFW with the last minute gate change 2 terminals over?
You leave DFW alone.
I hate DFW.
And DFW hates you.
I know they hate me. That's why I hate them. I was eating TGI Fridays trying to watch the finals, and nope. By the way, you're in Terminal C. Guess what? You got to take the Skylink to Terminal D. Have fun.
Okay, well the Skylink is fast.
Not when it's fast, but it's also crowded. Stupid.
It's better than Orlando.
I ain't never been to Orlando, and
Josh has invoked Charlotte.
Okay, no need to bring Charlotte into the situation.
There we go. Kirby mentioning that Americans love paying debt. Love paying debt off with more debt to pay off debt. Hey, they created the financial system. If big ass banks get to exploit it, the little guy should be able to exploit it too.
Sounding awfully egalitarian over there, Matt. You might want to calm down.
Yeah, oh my God, egalitarian. It must be some sort of leftist.
I don't want some random black bot. You to end up in a room with a bag over your head. I'm just saying.
It's fair. It's fair.
The hair.
Anyway,
we still need someone to host the show. Yes,
we do. One, Meowdy. Sorry I'm late. Just came in from a walk. How's it going? Hope RJ is okay given the absence. Yeah, she's RJ's on a very special assignment. Things aren't bad. It's just there's overwhelmed, there's RJ. I think is the best way I'm going to put it. But she's okay. I think everything's largely okay. Just she's very whelmed. Jason Smith, holy forking short balls. It's Tariq. Yeah, we took him out of the corner. We take him out of the corner for lives from time to time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little cold sometimes. they keep messing with the AC, and I haven't worked with the HVAC guy yet. So this is a really good time for me to just kind of step out, so I'm not like freezing my butt off.
Tariq, I have a question. It's about age. Have you ever seen Spaceballs?
I have.
Okay, never mind. I was just wondering if you got that reference.
Look, I am your cousin's brother's niece's uncle's mother's father's roommate.
Just making sure.
There we go. All right. Jason mentions that you don't get bill points for the Visa signature when using Summit. Okay. That's unfortunate. So you don't get the double dip, but if you did, that'd be amazing. Otherwise, grab the Bank of America account, earn 3.3 times points per points per dollar with rent. The extra 0.3 will add up over time. That will offset in value. Like you're still going to pay the $1,500. Like if you paid $50,000 in rent a year, which is the max with the credit card, you pay $1,500 in the fees. But with the 0.3, the 3.3, you would be able to get using those points way more than $1,500 in value. Potentially.
Also pause for a moment. Who's like $50,000 for rent? My goodness.
You're renting a house in California and you don't know what a mortgage is, or your credit's so far upside down that you can't get a house.
You're renting in Beverly Hills?
I said California. It doesn't have to be Beverly Hills. Like Eureka could be expensive.
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs is definitely expensive. Inland Empire. Kirby G was 2 during 9/11. Didn't realize 08 was a thing until he was in high school and his parents mentioned they filed bankruptcy around then. Did a great job of not letting us feel it. Thankful. Well, your parents did right by you.
Good parents.
I too was 2 years old when 9/11 happened. And yeah.
Kirby, Tariq, both of you can go to the corner.
I have a 2-year-old.
You just pulled me out.
No. You were like, hey, can we go to McDonald's? No, we're driving right now. Go away.
I was still playing basketball and everything. Like life did not happen. Like I was maybe 3rd or 4th grade. But either way, life just was kind of going forward. The only thing I remember from 08 was, my dad waking me up in the middle of the night to see the president being elected.
That Hyde Park speech was something else. Yeah, that's a side project. I actually have a concept for a video now, so maybe I'll put something together. Daddy Vroom mentions that you do get a $500 sign up bonus on a Bank of America checking account. Sure. He got one yesterday to pair with his Atmost summit, so you can take that $500, go from there. Mark Hott, are you going to be able to transfer Bank of America premium rewards points to the Atmost program? Right now, no. I don't see a world where Bank of America jumps into the transfer partner game. Like US Bank is about to do it. And I'm sorry, given what US Bank just did with Smartly, given the potential issues with the Shield card, because like unverified reports on Reddit are saying that like the Shield card says on the website 24-month 0% APR on balance transfers, but when you call, you're only getting like 18 months. And like, yeah, 6 months either way isn't a big deal, but like when you advertise 24, but you're only honoring 18, no.
Yeah.
But that's US Bank, right? So like they're a tire fire. I don't see Bank of America jumping into the transfer game anytime soon, but Atmos is going to become its own little transfer program as well. We'll talk about that.
I'll be honest, if they did, they have the partners there already, and I think they're, granted, this is all conjecture. This is all just me playing, so no one take anything as law, but they have the partners there. They have KLM Flying Blue, Allegiant, Spirit, Alaska, and they have Royal Caribbean and Norwegian. Not your typical partners, but for someone like Lonnie that does cruises pretty often, you get pretty good value. And I mean, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, those points are about 3 cents a point.
Yeah, and they're gonna be getting if they were to jump into the transfer game, like they could also they'd also be getting the typical folks as well. Virgin, probably Air Canada, definitely an Avios program of some sort. Like if they jumped in, they would get people. So, yeah, right now you can't, but who's to say what the next 3 or 4 years look like? But Bank of America, they're doing their thing, and their Platinum Honors program, their preferred rewards program, that is their catch. That is their shtick. Jason says his wife had just given birth to her 4th child when we got our Wii. All right, there you go. Jason says no chance. Josh Giebel, my personal spend is way too low for the summit, and I pay rent with Zelle. Okay.
Boo. L landlord.
And mentioning plane talk. Yep. We'll talk some planes from time to time. Even if AS double their point costs, it'll still be cheaper than Delta and United. Okay. Yeah, like there'd be a ways to go. Give me JAL. That's me with AA. I think domestic trips in a Q suite. Yep. Was able to get Qatar last minute. Bangkok to Washington through Alaska, 42,000 points. Whoa!
That is a trip and a half. My God.
That is insane value right there. 20-minute connection. DFW better than CLT. Ricky's travel hacking joins us. I'll take DFW over ORD any day.
Is it because of the lounges though?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's lounge biased.
Kirby loves the Skylink.
Kirby, I will take your Skylink at DFW and raise you the Skyway at IAH. Better. I like it way better. Skylink can go to HE double hockey sticks for all I care.
Sensor Sense, I use 9K for economy or 18K for first class from DFW to SAF regularly. Economy tickets can be $400+. First class can be $800. That is why I value Alaska points so much. Yeah, no, Alaska points have seriously good value. I get it. Just the folks who will be prioritizing Alaska points either aren't flying Alaska Metal or are using it for, or are like really hardcore using it for Alaska or AA Metal, or they're using it for hardcore for One World. We got AP joining us. What up, fam? Hey, AP. Thank you for joining. Keith gifted 10 stack point memberships. So if you got one, thank Keith along the way. I'm a little bit far behind. I'm a little behind on the comments, so apologies. We're gonna keep catching up here, but then we'll jump into things. Yeah, I hope so on the devaluations, but I don't know. There's a lot more Alaska Atmost miles out there now. Redemption values or availability has to respond somehow. Supply inflation. You might see some adjustment in the next 6 to 12 months, but I don't think the adjustment that you're going to see is necessarily going to be like as rough as we think it's going to be. Like, I think the next American Airlines devaluation is going to be worse than whatever Atmos might do if Atmos devalues at launch.
That American devaluation is going to be brutal.
So let me just say this. I think what people don't realize, like, American has fantastic value at the economy side. You are not like, I'm sitting on 700,000 AA miles right now. If I took 6 domestic first class trips, those miles are gone. Like, you are paying anywhere between 50 and 80,000 points for a first class short haul domestic. AA's value is in economy. And like, for example, for someone like me, if I'm booking JFK to let's just say LAX for 7,000 miles, I'm automatically booked into the extra leg room. And because of status, if there's an open seat, I'm going to get that open seat, right? But if you're just somebody that's like no status walking up and saying, hey, I just got a city sub and I'm going to burn 80,000 points, that is a one-way trip, right? Like, I don't think people are realizing AA at the top end is not good. They are just as bad as Delta or United. It's the economy trips that are really powerful there. And especially if you have status, very powerful. No status,
Yeah, a lot of the value for AA points is going to be not only short haul domestic, not only domestic economy, but the partner international business and first. That's where you're going to get the majority of your value. Like, which
if they're going to cut that, I'm perfectly okay with it. Transferable points will get me where I need to go. Just leave my domestic economy alone.
Kirby has offered that if I get abducted by the CIA and I get put into a black site, that he'll step in as a temporary host, so that he can help RJ spread the Delta propaganda.
Don't we have a CIA operative in the comments?
He's currently hucking pins right now. Doge.
Dog.
Josh Gable. Sorry, Josh. Didn't mean to. Older Gen Z has seen Spaceballs. Yeah, Spaceballs.
Yes, we are not as young as you think we are. Jesus.
No, you're exactly as young as I think you are.
No, you're not. You think we're the Tide Pod. Well, granted, it doesn't help that the younger Gen Z ate Tide Pods. God, they drive me.
I don't think you're out here saying Skibbity Toilet Ohio Riz.
No, that's Gen Alpha.
But I definitely think at some point in time you've made fun of it in an ironic fashion.
I have, maybe in an ironic fashion, yes, because it's ridiculous. Look, I was criticizing the cinnamon challenge when I was in middle school, for crying out loud.
Look, here's what I know. Gen Z is entering their I need to get drunk because of existentialism phase.
Yes.
Millennials have been there for about 15 years. That's the difference.
Actually, no, I'm not.
And we know how to handle it.
Actually, I'm not necessarily need to get drunk for existentialism phase. I need to get drunk because college football comes back on Saturday phase.
Depending on your school and program and conference, yeah, that can be a problem. Kirby, $30K a year in rent in SoCal. Yeah. Josh, I was a whopping, I don't know.
Assuming he was 9 months old for 9/11.
Oh, that's depressing. 43.2 for a 1-bedroom in Boston. Gross. Yep. Nope. I'm mad that I'm old and I'm going to take it out on Tariq. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
What? I was gonna eat a double. I was gonna eat a double for you.
No, you weren't. Stop lying.
Hey. Okay.
Rent is out of control. Y'all make me feel old. I was working at IBM as a 22-year-old intern. Ooh. Okay. IBM though. Certainly one of the southern campuses, or were you up in the Northeast? Because I live near those one of those campuses. 5,600 is the average rent in Manhattan. You're over 60K a year. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not living in Manhattan. I'm not gonna spend $5,000 a month for rent for a broom closet on Fifth Avenue.
My friends live in Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Yep. AP likes to invoke Jimmy McMillan, who's mentioned the rent is too damn high. Don't know how folks survive in New York City. Neither do I. Ventavious Sunny says, I want that Summit card, but Bank of America will deny me even with a bank account was approved for a bunch of cards in June. 7.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nice job on the 7 cards. Just wait it out. You'll be fine. Wamyamex mentions, Matt, I have an update. I was able to get the Red Aviator bonus for a second time. That's crazy. Is that the points dropped before the first cycle was even closed?
Barclays don't give a damn.
They are handing out the Red Aviator like candy. I will probably grab one before the 30th of before September 30th.
Barclays handing out those Aviator red cards like it's an Oprah Winfrey show.
You get a red card. You get a red card. You get a red. Everybody gets a red card. Josh,
Doctor of Credit has a 70,000 one purchase elevated link right now for the Aviator Red. So if anybody wants that, you might want to go ahead and grab over there.
That one you do have to pay the annual fee for. The 50K one purchase, no annual fee.
20,000 AA miles right now, worth $99.
Oh yeah. I was just pointing out there's that extra offer. And Josh, I'm in 100% agreement. US Bank will find a way to mess up transfer partners.
Yes.
I just don't want to fly through DFW or Charlotte. I can't.
Your only other option is ORD from considering where you are.
No, it's actually IAH.
Really? For American?
Oh, you're talking about for American. No. I'm not flying. That's why I said I'm not going to pick American because I don't want to go through DFW. I'd rather go through IAH. And even that with being Terminal B construction with all that mess.
There's just no pleasing you, is there, Mr. Bond?
No. Clinton would go through almost any other hub is better than ORD. He avoids as much as possible, but that isn't easy from Indianapolis. Yep.
Yeah.
521 Taipei. I'm thinking about getting the Barclay AA 70K $99 or the City AA Platinum 80K, no annual fee for the first year, but $3,500 spend. leaning towards the Barclay. What do you guys think? Porque no los dos?
Yeah. Applying the same day before the accounts hit your report. Boom. 150,000 American miles.
Go for it, because you only have to do one purchase with the Barclay card, and then you just set up the 3,500 points, the 3,500, and spend on the Aviator Red. And I think you get 90. You get 90, at least 90 days, but I think you might actually get 120.
I think
seriously, just buy the banana.
Buy the banana and then buy $3,500 worth of other stuff. You're fine. Ricky doesn't like ORD because I always get stuck with the super long walk when flying AA. Usually right at the high L gates. Got it.
Yeah.
That's rough. We got Chad from Chad's Money Minutes joining us. Yo. What's up, Chad? Hope all is well.
OG.
Ventavious booked his Aruba flights 2 weeks ago. 12,500 points one way. AA. Nice. Getting several American economy flights for 7K lately. Not bad. Juan saying hi to Chad. Chad saying hi to Juan. Josh, CIA. Who is that? There we go. Josh can neither confirm nor deny. Vincent mentioning that I could end up getting conscripted by Section 31. That would be fun for me, actually. I would very much like that. That is Starfleet CIA, and I know that's gonna go over Tariq's head.
Whatever, nerds.
You were right, Matt. It is currently 120 days.
Nice. How do I remember this stuff at the top of my head?
The business card also has an elevated bonus right now of 65,000 for 4,000 in spend.
All right, that's not too bad. Rupert Pond joins us. Did you say Built limits you to 50K per year in credit card rent spend on the Atmost cards? The Atmost cards have a 50K limit. The Built card you can do up to 100,000 because your points limit is 100,000 points.
If you're spending $100,000 in rent, I question where the hell you live.
LA, Manhattan, downtown Chicago.
You're renting a penthouse in any of those locations. Houston.
I don't even think Houston is that expensive. Maybe Austin, but that's a stretch.
Austin campus of IBM. Got it. Cool. Millennials, new greatest generation.
I love how you just saw it, didn't make any comment. You're just like a child and just move on.
Look, I've been drinking water. I haven't been drinking alcohol lately. I don't need a reason to drink alcohol at the moment. Please don't give me one.
Look, my Sapphire Preferred is in my sock drawer wallet, so I'm going to give Matt a different jump scare. Gen Z is the future.
You know what the worst part is? Elder millennials are going to turn 50 here soon, and the youngest of us have back pain in our 30s.
Can confirm the back pain in my 30s. No, it's the fact that most of this generation, an ungodly amount of this generation, still can't afford to live on their own.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, you still miss that swag era from 2012?
Oh my God, doing the jerk with tight ass skinny jeans on
and snapbacks galore. If you wore a fitted hat, they thought someone was wrong with you.
Oh, the best part, you used to go to a 3D movie, poke the glass lenses out so you could put tape on them because you thought you were a nerd.
Yes.
Yeah. Matt's looking at me like, oof, I am not that kind of millennial.
Nope. Nope. That was a whole different other kind of millennial. Kirby's parents, pretty unlucky. That's not cool. His dad was sent to pending review on a card, and his mom was denied for the 80K City American offer. Oof. Low velocity.
Damn.
City is just crazy with the denials, dude. They're just as bad as Capital One. I don't know what they want.
Yeah. Rupert just got the summit approval yesterday. He may try for the red card. I will say this on the Atmost card, folks in my neck of the woods should definitely consider the Atmost card.
Yes.
We're probably the only East Coasters who should consider the Atmost card. RJ has no business getting the Atmost card. I could consider it just because I can leverage, not only does Alaska fly out of JFK, but I can also leverage it with all of the American Airlines potentials as well. Or again, I live near enough to JFK that I can also leverage all the other One World partners at JFK. Like they have their own little terminal. If I wanted to go One World, it's actually a card that would make a certain amount of sense for me. Now, if I traveled internationally more, it would make far more sense, especially with that 3%. Double mentions that he'll forgive you for your youthfulness when you get that double. Otherwise, he's still going to be yelling at clouds.
Fair enough.
Yes, Craig, what's for dinner?
So today we actually did rice. So fun fact, rice in my rice cooker from Saks Fifth Avenue, paid for it $8. Salmon that's been frozen in our freezer for like 6 months because I have an entire chest, like deep freeze full of meat. And then we did some fresh asparagus.
Nice.
Yeah. My son ate all the rice and threw a bushel of asparagus at me. So that was fun.
I don't think he likes asparagus.
Not a lot of kids do.
Can I be vulnerable with you all for a moment?
Yes.
So I didn't have asparagus for the first time until I was like a freshman in college. My mom would eat it, and my mom is weird. If she really loves something, she'll go, "Oh, this is for adults," right? Which you weren't hiding asparagus from me. I didn't want it in the first place. But I was like, hey, this is pretty good because my wife made it for me and she just covered it in butter and olive oil and salt. And like, who doesn't love that?
That's just the way you make asparagus.
I didn't know asparagus made your pee smell weird.
Yep.
You probably thought you needed to go to the ER as soon as you.
Yep.
Something is wrong.
I 100% went to the student medical center and they ran a bunch of tests and they were like, we just cannot figure out what's wrong. Have you eaten anything differently? I was like, yeah, the only thing different I've had is asparagus. And the nurse looks at me and goes, you're an idiot.
Get out.
Yep.
Full disclosure, when it comes to asparagus, not to that hilarity as you, Craig. I only eat asparagus when I make steak. For some reason, I can't have it with any other food product. It just has to be no other meat aside from steak. It's like steak and asparagus. I'm weird when it comes to like protein vegetable pairings, and I will not do asparagus with like chicken or turkey. Like it has to be steak.
It's a strong taste. You need something that's going to balance it out.
There you go. That's the only person I not get auto approved for the Aviator Red. That's rough. Yeah. Joshua sent a review on the Aviator. I might give the Aviator a try. I don't know. I saw something floating for 100,000 point welcome offer on the JetBlue Plus, and I'd rather go for that because I need more points.
I ain't doing nothing until March. I'm sitting at 524, and
I'll be honest, man. You could get the Aviator Silver before they discontinue it, and that might actually be a good look for you from a family flight perspective.
Potentially.
Wi-Fi on the planes.
Potentially. But I already fly an airline that doesn't have any gimmicks with Wi-Fi because they always give it to you for free.
Oh, well, never mind. AA is giving it to us for free next year. I already canceled my subscription. We get Starlink too.
Is it like, are they putting it on everything already? Or is it just like the phase out like on regional like United's doing?
They're rolling it out, I think, across the fleet.
Yeah. Damn. And then it's already on the major so any marquee trip, so New York cross Atlantic, anything from New York to Chicago, Chicago to Philly, and anything going in or out of DC that's a wide body or larger domestic.
That's crazy. Meanwhile, the only way I got Starlink was flying on an Embraer E175 United Express from Oklahoma City to Houston.
You know what's even funnier? For those smaller, like if you look at the actual airline that is providing your flight,
SkyWest,
Mesa and Republic Airlines and a few of those others provide flights for American and Delta and United. So when people are like, oh, I hate American, do you hate American or do you hate Mesa Air, Republic Air, or something else?
I hate American for two reasons. The crappy hubs that I had, with the crappy hubs, and the fact that the majority of the one time that I flew on a regional jet was a CRJ, I think maybe a 900, if not a 700. And I was very,
Indy.
And that was very uncomfortable. Like I was so like when I had to book the flight to see my dad and it was on an Embraer, I was so scarred on that CRJ that I did not want to touch another regional airline. Knowing what
I'm only flying Delta going west because anything going east on Delta, if it's not DC or New York, you are on a CRJ.
Yep.
I would be pissed off at United if they put me on a CRJ. Like, it's not necessarily like a strictly American Eagle or Delta Connections or United Express. I just Bombardier.
It is just a reminder that Canada hates us.
It's true.
But
Ron,
they had Justin Bieber. Was that not enough? They had to give us more pain?
Yes.
And Drake. God. Canada, whatever we did, we're sorry.
PL prep?
I don't know.
Powerlifting. There we go. Pretty decent, actually. So I've been injury free for the most part, and I'm just not. So we are switching up. I'm no longer doing heavy weighted lifts right now. We're doing some more calisthenics because I noticed I was getting like pretty stiff as far as my movements go. So for chest workouts and shoulders, we're doing weighted dips, and let me tell you, it sucks. I'm now at the point where my chest doesn't feel like it's ripping itself apart. No, like, dude, I'm heavy. I'm 320 pounds. So when you add another 90 pounds to that, what'd you say?
I said, damn, I'm fat.
But I'm just saying, when you add another 90 pounds to that, it's rough trying to do 40 dips. And then I got a bum ankle, so I'm doing a lot of like medicine ball, weird jiggle top stability work, so I can help strengthen the ankles to be able to do more squats and more deadlifts. But it's going well. Right now, we're just working on compound movements and actually making sure I actually know how to lift, because despite being in football all those years, you'll be surprised how terrible my form was.
It's fair.
Form's a thing.
That's fair. Ventavious is in Jacksonville. Yep. So Jacksonville's another one. Like Jacksonville, Miami. Like if you live near an AA hub, the Alaska card can also make a lot of sense for you.
I just want to say I love Jacksonville because I have some really, really, really country family down there. Like barefoot run down the street through rocks and gravel and just look at you like, oh, nothing's wrong.
Oh, so you mean the part of Jacksonville that's basically Georgia?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Jacksonville for one reason. The NFL
Jaguars.
It is because of the Jaguars, but it's not. It's because they picked Jacksonville as an NFL city over San Antonio. Yes, really? I'm upset. Yes. Yeah. When the Spurs built when the city built the Alamo Dome back in '93, they picked Jacksonville and Charlotte. Charlotte, I can understand. Charlotte, viable. Jacksonville, Florida, really?
What, did you want Liam Cohen taking over that team this year going, Alamo?
Look, at least I'd have an NFL team that I hate, that I love, that at least that I can go to the games. Like right now, my team is that I love, that I hate is freaking the Saints, and don't even get me started on that.
You had Drew Brees.
And then Mickey Loomis decided, he's going to be good. We don't need anybody else. And now we have Tyler Show and Spencer Rattler.
So I mean, Rex Grossman fumble off somebody's butt in the Super Bowl. Leave me alone,
dude. When I paid attention to the NFL before Ray Rice gave me a really easy off ramp, I was a Jets fan.
Ooh, all right.
You don't know pain.
I don't know pain. I just know frustration in this. Like, okay.
Yeah, at least you'll have Tyler Shuckdown getting quick passes off. You'll be fine.
Yay! Like my quarterback room is Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, and Jake Hayner. Thank God for my favorite. Thank God for my university having a decent football program. I would hate football season.
Look, the Browns have six quarterbacks under contract. One of them's getting traded. Sorry, they have 7 quarterbacks under contract,
and they took the geriatric as their starter.
You know what's really funny? The Browns have had more starting quarterbacks in the last 20 years than the Steelers have had in their entire franchise.
Yeah, and more starting quarterbacks than the Steelers have had like coaches in their entire franchise.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I heard that stat, and I was just like, "Wow, Browns." You are terrible. And how do you keep getting money?
Well, first of all, the chief operating officer of the team is not a football guy. He's a baseball guy.
Mm.
It's Paul DePodesta, who used to be general manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, was assistant general manager for the Mets when they did like their big brain trust a couple of years ago, where it was like Sandy Alderson, Paul DePodesta. I don't remember if they got Alex Anthopoulos, but they got like some other guy who was JP Ricciardi. And like they had so many GMs and ex-GMs in the room. It was like insane. And then Paul left to become the CEO of the Cleveland Browns. And it's been all downhill for the Browns. Well, no, it was never really any further than they were.
There. The new Browns are as old as I am, and I don't think I've ever seen them good aside from that little blimp of Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Keith, will eat raw or blanched asparagus? I like sauteed. Sauteed's fine.
Sauteed, slightly steamed, or grilled. I love grilled asparagus.
Grilled is fine.
We baked it with butter and salt just to get my son to try it because everything tastes good with butter and salt. But I prefer a blanched or actually really finely chopped in a salad.
I don't think I've ever had chopped asparagus in a salad. That's a new one.
It gives a nice pungent, earthy feel to like something that's bright and acidic.
There we go. Kirby G works in the aerospace industry, and every Canadian company they work with is the worst, whether it's Air Canada, Pratt & Whitney. Ooh, rough. Josh would rather fly a 30-year-old 737
versus CRJ. Absolutely.
Yeah. Duval.
Jacksonville over San Antonio, for Christ's sake. The only good thing that came out of the Alamo Dome is that UTSA has a football stadium.
My sports allegiance is with Minnesota. Nothing is worse. Constant hope and getting your heart crushed is worse than being ass every day.
Oh, boo-hoo. Minneapolis Miracle. I have zero empathy. Also, the Timberwolves have been pretty decent. Fun fact, my cousin that played in the NBA. Fun fact, my cousin who played in the NBA played for the Timberwolves. Kirby, don't know how long you were a Timberwolves fan? Jake Lehman. Look him up. That's my cousin.
Semka is in the greater Charlotte area. That StubHub credit on the CSR has incredible value. Yes, it does.
Now that is pain. A Hornets fan, that is pain.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, Sam.
LaMelo.
You can get like 5 or 6 tickets for $150.
You can damn near buy season tickets for that much if you're going to a Hornets game.
There we go.
Speaking of season tickets, good God, Keith.
Keith,
that feels like masochism.
Just quick shout out, Keith has been a member of the channel for a month. Matt, I had Jets season tickets for years. I paid for the pain. Yeah. You don't know pain until you've been a Jets fan. Then got blown out the next game. Yeah, well, there you go. And as you know, the GOAT, Jake Lehman?
Jake Lehman married my cousin. Yes. So
there you go.
See if I can find a photo, my pull up Instagram so you can see.
While
this was when he played for the Blazers. If I can there we go. Maybe let me turn off the blur. Just do the camera effect. Turn that on temporarily. And there is me with my cousin Jake.
There you go. The top of the photo is a little washed out, but no biggie.
Yeah. Well,
double.
He is 6'9".
Member for a month. Hey, it's been a month. There we go.
There we are.
Game is last season. Go 4th row ticket. Okay, there you go. Nice. So I did mention we were going to talk more about Alaska, and we got sidetracked by comments. So apologies on that one. But we've got the new Welcome to a World of More. So Alaska is rebranding to Atmost, as we've said. Elevate every journey. You can earn points in a number of ways. There is the credit cards. There's their dining program, which is going to be through Rewards Network. There's their shopping portal, which is, everybody has the same shopping portal basically. They are going to do some other ways of earning points. Oh, here's something I didn't talk about in my 3 a.m. escapades. I'm going to stop sharing for this. It came out, they were sending emails out to folks who live on the West Coast around San Diego. San Diego has a new MLS team. For every goal that San Diego scores this year, and they're retroactively going back to the beginning of the season, for every goal that San Diego's MLS team scores, you'll get 100 points if you live in the area.
Nice.
I don't know if the same is true for the LA Galaxy or Chivas USA is no longer a team. I don't know if the same would be true for San Jose or the Portland team, or Portland or Vancouver, which would also be Seattle and the Sounders. But if you live near San Diego, you would get 100 points for every goal that they score. So that's pretty interesting.
The question is, are they good?
No idea. I have not checked the MLS table. Like, after the Metro Stars became Red Bull New York, I kind of just stopped caring.
Fair enough.
Last year, besides the Lakers and Golden State and Celtics visiting, I was able to get tickets for $15 for nosebleed seats. Yeah. Oh, I would StubHub down to Mets games in like the most absolutely worst seats in the at Citi Field and just enjoy the game from the center field promenade. Like, just because you have tickets to the top of the stadium doesn't mean you have to sit at the top of the stadium. Especially with that beautiful center field promenade. Like, it's great. Dugras has joined us. Welcome, Dugras. He can feel the tension in the atmosphere.
Ooh.
As a fellow dad, I will give you the... All right. Dugras. What's up, Dugras? All right. So back to our sharing. Sorry. So you can redeem points a number of ways, all with their metal. Book a flight, take a flight, book stays, book hotels and vacation rentals with points or cash through stays at Alaska Vacations. Cardholders get exclusive redemption rates. So you're going to get better redemptions through the stays. Book cars, book global car rentals with your points, and enjoy select benefits through Avis and budget partnerships. So one thing I didn't notice as like a feature of the card, I didn't see anything like, oh, you could get Avis President Preferred status or anything like that. But booking cars with points, you can redeem your points. Let's just see if there's anything interesting here. How money change, whatever. Okay, nothing interesting here. All right, we're fine. So redemptions look pretty are what they are. Benefits, perks, and milestones. So status holder benefits, if you hold status or if you get status with the card, Atmost Silver, that's replacing 25K. You get a 25% bonus, and that's One World Ruby. Atmost Gold, which is equal to One World Sapphire, you get a 50% bonus on all your flights. Atmost Platinum is 100%. Atmost Titanium is One World Emerald, and you're going to get that 150% bonus. That is the top of the tops status for them. You get preferred seating across the way. Free same-day flight changes and standby in main cabin. So that's with Atmost Gold and up. Free drink or chocolate in main cabin. That drink being alcoholic from Atmost Gold and up. Free meal with Atmost Titanium. So that's cool. Free check bag 2025, two bags in all companions. And then 2026, one bag in all companions. 2 bags in all companions for gold, 3 and 3 for the other two. Preferred boarding, Group B, Group A priority. So there you go. When flying on Hawaiian Airlines, you get some interesting stuff as well with Atmos. Now, do they... okay, so you get 1 bag in all companions. Oh, that's going to be interesting. What happens? Will the bag benefit change on the Hawaiian cards? Because the Hawaiian cards give you 2 bags on the card. Interesting. Samka Atmos card or City for me makes sense. As City is a CLT is an AA hub. For now, I'm chilling with the Platinum for a year due to high sub they gave me. I might ride City. Good work. Other benefits when flying on American Airlines. Oh yeah, you do get your status and your benefits reflected at American Airlines as well. So first class upgrades across the board. Main cabin extra upgrades for all companions when available. 24 hours before departure with Atmos Silver. App booking for all others. You can board with Group 2 with Atmost Platinum and Atmost Titanium. Free same-day flight changes at Platinum and Titanium. Priority check-in and security. It's pretty nice. And when flying One World Partners, you get extra benefits as well. Service benefits, you get priority route calling and status protect for new parents. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, so Avis. With status, you're going to get Avis Preferred Plus on Silver and Gold. You're going to get Avis President Circle on the other two. So there you go. And access to select Icelander lounges plus a guest starting at Atmos Gold and above. So interesting little benefits there.
I was also just going to say, you can get, if Avis or budget status was a concern, you also get that through One World, Sapphire, and Emerald. Or if you have a Visa Infinite, you can get through that as well.
Yeah. There are going to be some 2026 program updates, so coming later this year. So you get to choose how you earn points. They're still one of the few airlines that are going to allow you to continue to get points and status points for distance traveled. And I think that if you're someone who's going to opt into these, opt into this in 2026, I think distance travel might be the best way to go because you're going to earn 1 point. 1 mile flown equals 1 point earned. So based on how far you go, the more miles you fly, the more perks you rack up. That's perfect for transcontinental or long haul international flights. You'll earn status points or for award based on distance too. So you book your Alaska flight with points, and everything's going to get reflected with the status as well. So by distance traveled is probably going to, like, if you fly a lot and you fly Alaska a lot and you fly a lot of, and everything, if everything's reciprocal with, say, like American Airlines, you could rack up status pretty easily with a bunch of transcontinental flights and a bunch of long hauls.
Not to be funny, we took British Airways going out, and so because we flew first class on British Airways, you get the, I should probably make sure. Yep. Okay.
Don't dox yourself, buddy.
You can see that you get from distance, it's 1.5 with status. So, even flying distance, you can get status fairly quickly. And then if you have the Summit card, you're already halfway to status.
Yep. We got Source King joining us. Oh, sorry.
Like this has the potential to be broken, and I'm thinking smartly broken.
I don't think it's going to be smartly broken. Sure, they're taking a lot of things into account because the folks who are going to try to break this with distance traveled, they're also paying or will pay a lot either through the airline or through credit card fees, just swipe fees that Alaska can handle the 1 or 2 people who are really going to seriously break them with that.
Also, I guess I want to put this out there. With exception of people, so for example, individuals that are stationed overseas from a military perspective, or individuals that are high tech or biochem, medical, or finance that are in other finance hubs, it's not really a major number of people. I looked it up. We're probably looking at 3 million people that are going to be abroad right now at any given time of the American population. How many of them are flying Alaska? How many of them are points and miles people? And how many people are truly going to abuse 3x foreign transaction?
I would say less than 1,000 people.
Which could be a problem if you're running $2 million through a card at 1,000 people a pop, but
That okay, maybe it's not 1,000, maybe it's a little bit bigger than 1,000, but if you're starting with a base of 3 million, then you have to take into account the number of people who fly Alaska and AA or One World. Let's say 3 million people. Let's just go nice and easy and give it a third. We'll just say a third of those people fly AA.
So 1 million.
Yeah, 1 million. Now you got to take into account the number of people who are into the credit card game. Out of 1 million, let's say 10%. Which would be 100,000. And then the people who are serious enough into the credit card game that they're going to do shenanigans with their credit cards. Okay, let's take another 10,000, another 10%. So let's say 10,000 people. that's not. If 10,000 people can break a credit card program, and that credit card program is not Smartly, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it was doomed from the start, no matter what happened. Also, Source King's gotten 3 rejections in the last little bit. Strata Elite, Sapphire Reserve, and Atmos Summit in the last week, but he did get a second 175k point personal vanilla platinum sub. So
damn, Source King, I'm sorry. This makes my United Explorer denial from last year look like nothing.
Also, don't feel bad about the reserve. There's some shenanigans going on with that right now, and also a lot of people feeling kind of duped about the lifetime language situation going on there.
Sapphire Reserve is nothing but shenanigans since they did the refresh.
You know what? I need to defend the CSR right now. Right? I hate to be that guy. I am the target demographic. I like the CSR in its current form. I genuinely do. I wish I had the extra on travel and transit, but that's why I have an autograph or a green card, right? Like, I think the CSR is actually pretty good right now. Like, I'll say out of that $2,700 in value, I'm only really getting maybe 900 to 1,000, but you know, it's enough to cover the card. And between that and the lounges, because we talk about pain, I want you all to realize the Philly Centurion Lounge is the Browns of the Centurion lounges.
Yep.
I mean, it is Philly, so.
Hey, you shut your goddamn mouth.
Am I reading this correctly? You get Alaska miles when flying on an award ticket. You definitely get status points on award tickets. So if you do the distance traveled, right, you're doing like a 5,000 mile flight. You do different distance traveled, you're going to get 1 status point per mile traveled on an award flight. So you can book that JFK to Haneda 5,000 mile flight and get 10,000 status points just for that flight. And if you hold the Summit card, you're already getting the 10,000 points every year as well.
I will also need to look into this, but if it's based on the current status and program mileage, you also get a multiplier based on what partner airline class you're flying. So if you're flying business or first class, you're getting double the status miles.
This one's going to be, this is probably something that like folks who are quick to poo-poo the card probably will look into and come and do a reevaluation and go, oh, wait. So I can get One World status a lot quicker using Alaska than most other ways. If airline status is a thing that matters to you, and it definitely can be. This is a pretty solid setup, especially because you get to choose, right? So if you choose distance traveled and you're going to be doing those long haul flights, that is going to be the best bang for your buck. Now you can do by price paid. $1 spend equals 5 points. So go ahead and treat yourself to extra legroom, earn points based on fare paid, including paid upgrades to first class, business class, and premium class. You'll also earn status points on redemption, 1 point for every 20 points you redeem. So every 20 points you redeem, you're going to get one status point. So 20,000 points is going to get you 1,000 status points. Like segments flown, you can do 500 points per segment if you frequently fly short distances like neighbor island travel. So that's in Hawaii, or flights within California. You'll earn 500 points per segment. For award travel, you'll earn a flight 500 status points for each segment flown.
That's really underrated. And for those of you that don't know, and Keith will probably be able to speak to this, and so will AP. I didn't realize this, but I watched the recent video about it. They do not have ferries inter-island in Hawaii. Most of that travel back and forth is all flights. So if we're looking at flight segments, for somebody, it's not unheard of for you to commute 2 or 3 times a week to go to work someplace or just to go and visit family.
Crazy.
That's how
so choppy and so rough.
That's how Hawaiian got off the ground. That's how Aloha Airways, when it was around, got off the ground. That's how Southwest was able to come in after Aloha Airways folded and start making money in Hawaii by also undercutting Hawaiian to the point that Hawaiian had to sell. No, you can't take. There's no way to do ferries, and the islands are too. There's no beachfronts or any way to set up ports. Hawaii does not have a lot of ports. Cool. I have no idea what that card is, but
I literally just looked it up. Looks like it's a just flat 2% cashback card.
It's golden opportunity.
That's Ian's jam. CSR rejection hurt the most. Almost all of those credits are right in my wheelhouse. Well, hopefully soon enough you'll be able to apply again.
I will say hold off a few months. They just announced a new offer that's somehow better than the offer that they launched it with. So yeah.
Oh, they announced a new offer.
Pay point offer.
Yeah, because they didn't get the signups they were expecting to get on the 100,000 point plus the $500 travel credit.
Because most people were pissed off that their Sapphire Reserve went from 550 to 795 and taking a page out of the Amex book of credits.
And if you have a player 2, it's $1,000 card.
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Silly question. Do you earn points per mile for everyone on your reservation or just you? I think it's just you, but you can do family pooling. So when you pay for the ticket with your card, you're going to earn all those miles. But when you fly, they're going to earn those miles if they have an Atmost number. But then they can pool everything together. So the miles you earn will come together. Experience the best of Atmos rewards, view card benefits. So the Atmos Summit card comes with a couple of interesting things. Now, I'm not we've talked about the Global Companion Certificate. You can get a 25,000 point Global Companion Certificate for every year you're holding the card. If you spend $60,000 through the card each anniversary year, you're going to get a 100,000 Companion Award worth up to 100,000 points off of a published award ticket after qualifying. Will be credited to your account within 4 to 6 weeks. Each Global Companion Certificate can be used for a discount on the stated value of points off of a Companion Award booking when the primary card holder redeems points for travel and is traveling with another guest on a published award ticket on the same itinerary, booked at the same time on alaskaairlines.com. So you come across a 300,000 point round trip for 150,000 point round trip flight, right? You can have your companion join you and you save 100,000 points off of that with this Global Companion Certificate. That's huge.
Can that be stacked with the 120? Well, with the 25,000?
There's nothing here that says that it can't.
Because 125,000 Alaska miles. That's a nice flight.
Yep. Where can I use it? Global Companion Certificate can be applied to any award booking, AlaskaAir.com, including Alaska Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and One World Global partners. That's another huge part of this, right? You find 300,000 point flight on Q Suites, you're saving 100,000 points. Award flight space is limited and subject to certain restrictions, including blackout dates and other capacity controls. Alaska Airlines cannot ensure availability of award flights on any flight route or date, whatever. Okay, so if the companion's fare is less than the Global Companion Award value, either 25,000 points or 100,000 points, the unused value is forfeited. So max that sucker out. You simply pay the additional points. Cool. How long do you have to? Can I use Apple Pay or another card to pay for taxes and fees? Must be paid using your Atmos card. That's fine. It's not available as a payment method during GCA checkout. Okay, that's annoying. Companion flight is free. Total 10,000 points. Okay, so there's no questions about whether or not you can put them together. Oh, hold on. Can I use the Global Companion Award 25K and 100K on the same booking? No, only one Global Companion Award can be applied per reservation and cannot be combined with any other discount.
Okay.
Which is completely fair, right? But it is worth looking at. That was worth looking into.
I'll say this, and obviously it really does determine what your transfer partners are, pick your partners, and where you are flying to and from. I can see this being a pretty decent catch-all card for the right person, especially if you're international, and this could be a one-card international setup. It's a Visa, go for it. But I'm just looking it up, guys. You can get for 100,000 points round trip first class business on Fiji from LAX or from Phoenix to Tahiti, French Polynesia.
Ooh.
Or you can go first class British Airways to Dubai, London. There's a lot of redemptions first in business class that you can do on some pretty like snazzy airways. Con Air.
That's not the Nicolas Cage Con Air, right?
No, sorry. Condor.
I was like, Con Air. I don't think I want to fly that one.
No, you do not. Qantas, I'm looking at it right now. LAX or DFW to Sydney, first class, 37,000. So if you have an extra 37,000 points,
yeah.
Just saying.
No, that global companion certificate answers the question. Like, can do some seriously good damage for you in terms of like, oh, I have to fly for 3, so my 100,000 point booking is 300,000 point. 300,000 points. Yeah, but if you get 100,000 points off, now you only have to worry about 200,000 points. Which that ain't bad, and you can use it across the board, which is like that is the most amazing part of this certificate. Like you're going to pay $60,000 a year through the card every year to get the ability to fly anywhere with a companion, or virtually anywhere, right? Because as long as you don't forfeit the companion fare, you're good. In regards to the CSR, do you think they will allow people to get the $500 credit to match the $500 credit to match the higher offer? No way, right? I doubt it. They're going to tell you that you got the more valuable offer with the $500 credit. And they'll let you match up to a higher value, but they're not going to match down.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's not a thing. I will say the worst thing they can say is no. Send a secure message.
You can try, yeah.
Also, putting this in perspective, for my Alaska miles in the last rolling 12 months, I got 4.71 cents per point. That would be $4,710 off that certificate. So not quite 10%, but for 60,000 points, $60,000 in cash. Let's say it's $20,000 on dining and $40,000 on the rest. So 60, that's another 100,000. Essentially,
a trip to the grocery store for you.
Yeah. Guys, that's a $4,000 return, even if you want to be conservative.
Yeah. That's a pretty big one. Delta Reserve or Platinum, is there a hack to buy gift cards? Use the $10 credit on Uber. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would think of would be like mileage plus X, but I don't think Amex cards code. They don't code. I haven't tested it with my Hilton Surpass, so
I can tell you they do not code properly.
Yeah, I remember RJ, I think she tried one with her green and it just coded as like, I think it was just like 1X. They didn't even code as travel.
Yep. Everything from mileage plus X on Amex, unless you're using a Blue Business Plus, codes as 1X.
Brutal.
You could try to purchase some more buy gift cards to use the $10 credit. I thought they just loaded it in as $10 of Uber Cash.
They do.
Oh no, they do with everything that's not the Delta card. Try just purchasing some Uber Cash. That should work. Give it a test.
Find a way for it to break, and they'll just be like, "Nope, we see what you're trying to do. Not working."
Be the data point you want to see.
Yeah,
it may be painful, but you know what? It's for science. You'll help somebody else out.
The new offer also requires $1,000 more in spend. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a breaking point. But like, the biggest complaint with the Sapphire Reserve was always that it was the same welcome offer as the Sapphire Preferred, with 60,000 points for $4,000 in spend. $2,000 more, and they've doubled the points. I don't know. I wouldn't mind 125,000 points. Sadly, it's just a statement credit. I think that's for the travel credit. I don't remember. Be the data point you want to. Oh, it's just a statement credit for the Uber. Take one for the team. All right. So the Global Companion Award, really powerful on its own, not as like you can't stack it, which is totally fine.
Oh man, stack your points and we can't stack something? Sad.
Points transfer to participating partner programs. The primary cardholder is eligible to transfer points to participating partner programs. Eligibility and transfer rates. So the summer card will let you transfer Alaska points out to their transfer partners. Like Alaska is setting up their own transfer partnership.
Is it like how like Southwest and all the other ones are like the 3-to-1 transfers?
Sort of. So it's like the hotel transfers. So they can transfer to Marriott 1-to-1. They can transfer to Shangri-La Circle 8-to-1, which is a little bit painful, but you can get some pretty serious value with Shangri-La Circle. IHG is temporarily 1-to-1, and there's I Prefer hotels. They do 1-to-2 with I Prefer, and I want to say they have Wyndham as a 1-to-1 as well.
Wyndham isn't quite as painful because you can usually get about 1 cent per point. I Prefer, that's actually 2-to-1 is pretty good, just being realistic. I think I've stayed at a Shangri-La once, but like I did not pay for that. So I would love to actually, I need to write that down. Investigate Shangri-La properties and loyalty.
So from what I've been told, Shangri-La Circle is usually about 3.6 to 4 cents per point.
Ooh.
International Hyatt.
Yeah, pretty much. But Alaska being an 8-to-1 is kind of painful.
Yeah.
Like you have to have an overabundance of Alaska points. Like if you're sitting on 1 million points,
that still sounds terrible.
Yeah. If you're sitting on 1 million Alaska points and you don't want to, I don't know, fly, and you don't want to use them for like Alaska stays or booking cruises, yeah, you can transfer them over to Shangri-La, sure. I don't know why you want to, but you can. But I do find it interesting that they are starting to do like airline to hotel transfer partnership. I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be the first airline to do airline to airline. Because like Avios is this is already sort of been done with Avios.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the Avios programs are separate except for the fact that they all use Avios, and it's just the currency that's being moved between the programs. So I'm curious to see if eventually Alaska will try to turn Atmost points into Avios or into American Airlines Advantage miles. I don't think you would do Advantage 1-to-1. But instead of like the One World partners, like their earn and redeem partners, this next tier, that's going to include like Aer Lingus, Iceland Air, Condor, Starlux, except Starlux is going to join One World at some point.
Fiji.
Fiji. Fiji's part of One World now. They joined.
You're right, because you can get AA miles through them.
Yes. And Oman was the most recent One World edition. Who else is in there? Oh, Air Tahiti Nayu is one of their earn and redeem. Sri Lankan is another one. They have a bunch of partners.
And really solid partners with like solid products. Say what you will about various different partners or whether or not it's where you want to be in the world. They have good hard products, right? Like there's no such thing as a bad seat on an Air Oman flight.
Yeah. You also have the ability to. They also have this new like bidding system called Atmost Rewards Unlocked, so you can bid on experiences. We'll bring this back up here real quick. So Atmos Rewards Unlocked. You can feature experiences, play in Napa, 3-night stay at Silverado Resort with golf and spa experience trip for 2. Napa, California, 25 days left, but you can start the bid at 150,000 points and go up from there. Atmos Suites, Seattle Kraken home opener versus Anaheim. You could bid is going to cost you 22,000 points, but you're going to get You're going to be in their suite at Climate Pledge Arena. Hawaii luxury food and wine getaway for 2, penthouse suite, starting bid 450,000 points. Classic Rock Legends final US tour, 22,000 points in Seattle. Defy Gravity and Night on Broadway, 9,600 points. Atmos Suites at San Diego Wave FC. Okay, so San Diego Wave Football Club, 13,000 points for that. Night of Broadway in Seattle, 6,300 points. Washington Huskies versus New Jersey, 18,000 points. Oh, that's Washington.
Washington versus, I think that's Rutgers. That's the one that's the University of New Jersey.
Probably.
Sorry, I gotta go college football nerd now.
It's fine. Desperado in the Desert, 200 level seating, 53,400 points. So you can like do any of these. Comedy Royalty for 15,000 points. I don't know who you're getting. I don't care. Oh, it's already sold out. Who cares? But you can do these experiences, right? And a flight simulator.
But for 55,000?
55,000 points. Like, when else are you going to be able to like book a flight simulator? And would you pay $550 for it?
I think that's just expensive. I mean, maybe if it's like that good of a flight simulator, I guess, but
if they let you be in the flight simulator for the Dreamliner, why not?
You never know when, like, hey, you might need to take the plane, save everyone's lives. You gotta know how to land it. Training pilots.
Yeah, I guess.
So I can spend 100K on a Alaska business card and get top tier status. That seems kind of low. Even AA wanted. So it seems like it's relatively easy to get status. You
don't even need to spend 100K. You need to spend 90.
Even better. Redeemer bid. Stay tuned. So let me pull up the business card here for a second. I don't know if they did any buffs to the business card or any changes like that. Earn 80,000 bonus points, $99 companion fare. I don't want to apply for the card right now. I want to learn more about the card. Let me see the card.
You're asking too much, Matt.
Yeah, seriously. Annual companion fare. Celebrate your account anniversary. Receive a $99 companion fare plus taxes and fees from $23 every year that you spend at least $6,000 in purchases on your card. This is the business card. Sorry. Earn check bag for any card holder up to 6 guests on the same reservation. We pay $100 off annual Lounge Plus membership purchased on your card. 3 points per dollar on Alaska Airlines and stuff, and Hawaiian Airlines. 2 points per dollar on eligible gas, EV, shipping, local transit, including rideshare purchases. 1 point per dollar on everything else. 20% back on all in-flight purchases when you pay with your new card. 10% bonus, banking bonus earned. So the banking bonus has been added across the board. So it's on the business card, it's on the Summit card, and it's on the Ascend card. So that's not bad at all. So yeah, you can turn the Ascent card into 2.2 points across the board for gas, EV, cable streaming, local transit, 3.3 for Alaska flights. Status is $3 a pop with the Ascent card, but it's not bad.
Be nice if it had shipping.
Be really nice if it had shipping.
Also, I was just thinking about
the stays. Sorry.
No, I apologize. But I was just thinking about this. You were mentioning the transferable currency. And I hate to be this guy. I think it gives Marriott a lot more value now. Not for the one-to-one going their way, but the 23.5 or 21x if you just get the platinum, the brilliant card, that's 7x Alaska per stay instead of having to for $1 per, or was it $2, 2 miles per dollar if you link your Alaska account to Bonvoy.
Yeah, something like that.
So you're getting 7 miles a dollar just from having platinum status. If you're flying Alaska and you're all in, that could be a good way to, just build up your miles.
Yeah. Marriott Titanium and pay cash, you're going to get 23.5 across the board when you pay cash in a Marriott. Transfer that's going to be 7.1, 7.3. Yeah, something like that. And 7.35 maybe? I don't remember.
Book through the Alaska portal. It wants, so you're getting essentially 8x per dollar spent.
Yep, transfer your Marriott points over to Alaska, book with those, and get status per mile, and book a nice long haul flight. Get yourself some status.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tariq's like, I'm still not staying at a Marriott, but that's nice.
I mean, growing up, Marriott was my thing. I actually love Marriott. I love Marriott hotels. I just hate the Bonvoy program.
That's fair.
Bonvoy is pretty hard.
Bonvoy makes my eye roll. But I recommended the Bonvoy Brilliant to my cousin who stays at nothing but Marriott's.
Yep.
So I'm like, dude, you made millions of dollars playing basketball and you only have Marriott Gold. Just spend $650 and get platinum, for Christ's sake.
You'd be better off. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thanks, Greg, for that. I thought you had to. Never mind. So we're good. We got Trucking and Traveling asking, what's a good debit card to own in 2025? Or are you guys just interested in credit card information?
I guess it just depends on if you're actually using the debit card to spend, or you just have like a debit card that you're using to pull out cash from an ATM. I mean, the only debit card that I can think of that's genuinely worth getting would be that PayPal one. If you're going to actually get spend on there, that's just me.
I was also going to say, if you need cash, the Schwab debit card is really fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's my go-to is the Schwab debit card. But if you're actually going to use it for like rewards or cashback, I only think of like PayPal and maybe the Amex debit card, because you get half an MR point per dollar spent.
I would say Discover over Amex. MR points at 2 points, or 1 point for every $2 is not great, but 1% cash back for Discover is pretty decent.
It's just Durbin Amendment, just kill.
Yeah.
Kill credit card earnings. But if you're not a financial institution that is subject to the Durbin Amendment, the PayPal debit card, like as much as I rag on it, $1,000 is $1,000 a month. If you're at $1,000 a month somewhere, you max it and you can get that $50 back. $50 is $50.
Yeah.
Like that's not completely terrible. The Stash Stockback debit card is pretty good because you can get money back. Either you can, like if you make a purchase at Apple, you can get the cash back on that to buy fractions of an Apple stock.
One of my favorite debit cards before I was doing the credit card game and before the Durbin Amendment really started taking a hit was my local credit union's debit card. Used to give you 10 cents back on like every swipe.
Wow.
Didn't matter. I don't remember if there was a minimum purchase, but I would just use my debit card for everything. So I was getting like, a considerable amount of money like at the beginning of like the next year just from using my debit card. Man, I missed that. I was so sad when they took that away. But now I use credit cards, so I don't care.
Wyndham has also recently launched the debit card.
That's right.
Will get you 2 points per dollar at Wyndham. I don't remember the rest of the earnings offhand with it, but like
I think it's the same as Amex, one for every $2.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So you get 2,500 bonus points after opening the account and having two direct deposits at least two direct deposits and spending $100 in 3 months.
Okay.
You get 7,500 bonus points each anniversary year, depending on your annual net purchases. There's a $6 monthly fee that's waived if you maintain a minimum average monthly balance of 2,500, and it's 1 point per $2 spent on every purchase, and then 1 point per dollar spent at Wyndham and gas and groceries.
Okay. Well, Keith said it was 2 points per dollar at gas and grocery.
I don't know if they have like a different, and maybe it's a different debit card. Because I'm seeing on the Wyndham website, it's 1 point for everything. Maybe it's like a status thing, or
I think it also depends on what your goal with the debit card is. Because if you just need it for pulling out cash, that will dictate where are you at, like geographically, right? Because where I'm at, I have a Chase and a U.S. bank account. There are no ATMs anywhere near here for that. But even though my main bank is SoFi, or is it Amex? One of those two. I don't know. I can go to pretty much any ATM and deposit cash if I need to.
Money come in, money go out.
I still have my Capital One checking account just so I can deposit cash at like a Walgreens or a CVS, and then my Schwab account for everything else. And here's how much I love the Schwab debit card. When I was in Vegas, I actually pulled out cash from an ATM at the Excalibur. I used one of the casino ATMs and just paid the fee only because I knew I was going to get it back at the end of the month.
What was it, like $40, $20?
You know what? Let me see if I can find it. It was ridiculous. It was stupid high. I was like, my God. But when I looked at it and I was like, I'm so glad I have this debit card, because had I not, I would have been hurting.
It's also a lifesaver internationally.
Yeah, I have not tested internationally, but I am sure of it as well.
Well, they waive the fees internationally too.
Yep.
Well, they'll like reimburse you the fee internationally. The only other rewards debit card I'm aware of off the top of my head is Spirit Airlines is launching a debit card as well.
That's assuming Spirit will be here in 5 years.
Oh, found that ATM fee was $11.99 for that ATM fee.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous, but still, like, for the Excalibur, cheap.
Yeah, fair enough.
For Vegas, cheap.
Look, the only thing I wasn't even at the Excalibur. I was at the Luxor, but that walkway, because I was downing them $5 Italian margaritas at Buca di Beppo. Those were so good. And when I go back, I will go to Excalibur just for the margs.
Seeking strategies to minimize ATM fees when accessing funds. Okay, so if you're looking to if you're seeking to minimize ATM fees, any debit card that will reimburse your fees, like a lot of credit unions will give you a debit card. Well, your debit card will reimburse you. A lot of the Schwab will also reimburse you those fees.
Only thing with Schwab is it's reimbursed, I think, at the end of the month. Yes. So as long as you're able to eat that, great. I know there are other banks that will do like the reimbursement after the fee posts. Yeah. Well, after it posts. Like I had a USA debit card that did it, but it's capped at like $10 a month. So
I will also say be wary of debit cards like SoFi. SoFi does not charge you anything to pull out from anyone else. However, they do not cover any charges or fees that institution poses upon you.
God help you if you get one of those like Chase or anything else where it's not only do you pay the ATM fee, but then they charge you an out-of-network ATM fee. God, those are horrible.
Yeah, I bank at one of those banks.
I stopped just because I'd rather just deal with, like, they closed the Chase branch that was closest to my apartment anyway, but they were nice for cash deposits when I banked with Chase, but aside from that, I didn't really care.
I'm lazy and don't want to change it, don't want to put in the effort of changing a bank.
Look, I went and did the effort of like closing like 5 or 6 banks when I went like bank bonus crazy one year.
That was me this year.
Yeah, check your minimizing ATM fees when accessing funds. There are local credit unions. Check your local credit unions. If you qualify for PenFed or Navy Federal or SDS. Well, I don't think you qualify for SDS CFU, which is FCU, which is the State Department one. But if you qualify for Navy Federal or Penn Fed or USAA, I think all of those will reimburse your ATM fees. Don't know offhand. And if
can't confirm USAA, Navy Federal has one, but I think it's their flagship checking. So like their top end, and you have to have like a minimum balance in there, or you're going to pay a fee for that.
Got it. A lot of banks use the All Point network to provide free fee-free ATMs. Yep. Capital One the Capital One debit cards. If you're at, will do fee-free through All Point.
It looks like
Green Dot Bank.
Alliant. If you qualify for Alliant Credit Union, I pulled up Bankrate's website, and it's they do $20 a month in ATM fee rebates when you use their debit card.
So depending on how much you need, there could be some options, but most are going to have a cap. I just don't like that cap can move. But if you can float to the end of the month, Schwab is still probably your best bet. Fidelity might be an option as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Fidelity has ATM fee rebates, and I think theirs is they'll reimburse you after it posts versus Schwab. You have to wait to the end of the month.
Yeah. So there are some options. I was going the reward route, but if the rewards isn't the big deal and it's more the ATM fees, there's a lot more options. But one sec, gents, just vamp for me for a minute.
No worries.
Yeah. So definitely when it comes to that's the only reason why I think most people would look at debit cards, at least all of us, with us being a niche within a niche. So,
and I'll say this too, I've gotten away from using debit cards because if you steal my money, I'm on the hook for that, right? Like your debit card will probably protect you up to $500, but that's still $500 you're on the hook for. Mm-hmm. You steal Amex's money or Chase's money or Wells Fargo's money, that's their money. All I have to say is I didn't do that.
The funniest thing I always get is whenever I had to make a return at a Walmart, and they're like, "Oh, do you want it on a gift card?" No, just put it back on the card. Okay, it's going to take 5 to 7 days just to let you know. And every time I say that, I'm like, I paid for the credit card. I don't care. It's not my money.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing too, especially once you get really far into the game, you understand how your cycle works. And so you can say hey, I know I can float this because it's not before my statement hits or insert blank, right? It makes it easier for you from a financial standpoint because at the end of the day, these are tools.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I just realized Matt's shirt, and I was like, oh, wait, that's nice. Where is that?
I think for soft teasing, maybe merch. Unless it's someone else's.
You are muted, good sir.
Nope. Still no Matt.
Maybe it's me.
Nope, it's me. I was like, wait, is he moving his lips?
He's just doing a really long con on us.
Yeah, you know what? I think it feels like messing with us because, I'm out of the corner and he's going to find a way to put me back in by the end of this.
Okay, so Sun mentioned cash tips is still king. 100% agree with you, with the exception of one thing. If you use the AA dining portal or any of the dining portals that are through that same network, tips count as a separate purchase. So if you need to get to 11 purchases throughout the year, your tip on your card counts as one of those.
Wait, what?
So, for example, with the AA dining program, let's say that I buy a meal, right?
Right.
Charge it to my card. I say, hey, this $10 card, go for it. Your tip is charged separately than your meal. And so that tip that comes through counts as another meal.
They must have messed. They must. I haven't. They haven't done it for me like that. That's crazy. I
Oh, is
literally
that not
just made
one
like
for
12.
United? That's
I
definitely
mean,
a thing on AA.
I don't know. Like I haven't. I mean, I've used it with Mileage Plus Dining, IHG Dine and Earn, and then now Hilton Honors Dining. And I don't. That hasn't worked like that. At least.
Let's see
But
here.
maybe I'm just not using. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a user error. Maybe it's just me. Matt's still trying to communicate with us, and we cannot hear him. I think something broke. But no, I did not know that reward. Maybe it's an American thing. Maybe it's only an AA thing. Because I've never seen that with the Rewards Network other than that. But does AA do the like the VIP status where if you make 11 purchases?
Yep. Make 11 purchases and you are good to go. So for example, I can show you this because there's no private information in here, but you can see that I shop at REI. Yeah, no. 2 of these were separate purchases, but I only tipped on 1.
What? That's crazy. I've never seen that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's I use that little cheat because instead of 11 different meals,
That's only like 6.
Yeah, 6, and then after that, it's 5 miles per dollar, and
for a year, I think, right?
Plus, those 5 miles count as 5 status miles. Plus, if you've already hit 60,000 points or 100,000 points, you get 30% on top of that.
God, if only American didn't fly through DFW in Charlotte. Also, doesn't help that IAH is a closer airport to me than DFW, so
Fair.
that also helps. And then also United. There's only one airport lounge at my home airport that's airside, and it's the United Club.
I'll be honest. At least for me, the only club in my home airport is a Delta Sky Club, and it's meh. You know, it's decent food, not a huge lounge. It's never busy because it's Indy. Because I think it's Clinton. Clinton, you're in Indy, right? So like, that Delta Lounge, it's nice, but like, I'm not getting to the airport early for that. It's more important for me to go upon arrival than anything.
See, I'm sure Indianapolis Airport is an actual decent airport compared to the crap that I deal with at San Antonio International Airport, because we have 2 terminals with 11 airlines. Terminal B has 2 airlines, United and American. Terminal A has the other 9, and they all suck. And even with United and American, I flew United out on a Friday morning. It was painfully crowded. I would have loved to be in a United club because I'm saving my passes for when my girlfriend and I travel, because I strongly considered it for flying out of San Antonio and then my layover in Houston. But if you have an actual decent airport, it's better off than the crap that I dealt with.
Before we move on, I need to give Sun a shout out, Sun Win, because
shout out, Sun.
$9.99 super chat. We appreciate you. We love you. You're the best.
Appreciate that, Son.
Boom.
Damn, Son.
Matt will be right back. We are having some technical issues. It's the hair. It was too majestic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Do we have that?
Yeah, we're back.
Perfect. Did we do enough stalling, Matt?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know what the heck that was, but Son, we definitely appreciate the $9.99 super chat. Craig, thank you for vamping. Tariq, thank you for vamping. I don't know what happened, but yeah,
tech be teching.
Tech be teching on all levels. And Son also got approved for the Atmost card with being 724 and 17 inquiries. So there you go.
Nice.
IND airport is great first airport design post 9/11, so it functions well, consistently wins awards. I actually have not yet been to the IND airport, so good to know.
It's really nice, guys. Like genuinely, you will never spend more than 10 minutes in TSA, even without TSA pre-check. And there's a ton of restaurants. Like, that's why I don't really particularly care about not having a lounge. There's a lot of really great and affordable sit-down restaurants in Indy.
See, San Antonio, if you're flying out of Terminal B, because you're flying American United, we have currently a Sbarro, a pizza place, a Sbarro, a random burger place, a Starbucks, and a Charlie's grilled sandwiches, whatever, grilled subs.
Now I'll say this: there's not a ton of like the luxury clothing stores like you'll see in DC or Philly or other places, but like genuinely just really nice. You have your bookstores, like full on sit down restaurants with like normal prices. Like I can go and get breakfast for me and my wife and my son, and we won't spend more than $40-$50, right? Like that's normal pricing.
I got a Chick-fil-A. That says everything I need to know.
Chick-fil-A, we have Shake Shack, quite a few other places too. Now I will say my one gripe with Indy.
What?
The one thing I have with Indy, there's only TSA pre-check on one side of the airport. So you have to, even if you're flying out of Terminal B or Concourse B, you have to go over to A and then walk back.
Okay, but is it at least there's at least an airside connection between?
Oh, everything's connected airside.
See, fortunately, Terminal A and Terminal B at San Antonio both have their own designated TSA pre-check lines because Terminal A and Terminal B are not connected airside.
I will also say this: you can be on the very far end of Terminal A and you can get to the far end of Terminal B in less than a 10-minute casual la-di-da pace walk.
I am jealous. I do want to know, does the Shake Shack, wait, no, is that dining credit still work for Shake Shack on the Amex Gold?
No, it does not.
No,
but it used to in the airport, and that was nice.
That was what I was going to ask, but
that was my breakfast once a month.
That's the airport. You can have a burger at 6:35 in the morning. There's no rules.
No, they have breakfast menus.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. Also, so, I agree. It's not that big of a deal. It is quite literally like a 2-minute walk to any gate that you're going. And they have moving little walkways, and they're broken up into properly spaced. So like you can get to any gate at any point in that terminal in either concourse, 3 minutes.
So fun fact, when you're talking about breakfast menus at restaurants at the airport, San Antonio Airport Terminal A used to have a Raising Cane's. And in that Raising Cane's was the only Raising Cane's to have breakfast. There was Raising Cane's breakfast. That Cane's has now since closed and is now a Whataburger because Texas. But
was the Raising Cane's breakfast literally just like scrambled eggs wrapped in very, very not seasoned breading and then dipped in sauce?
No, actually, here was, I will unblur the camera so you can see. This was essentially a breakfast caniac that they had. And the toast that they used was French toast. And they had hash browns. And it was like a Cane's finger biscuit. It was actually really good.
I'm going to raise you one. And this is the one nice thing I will ever say about Charlotte. Well, I have two nice things to say about Charlotte. One, they have a Bojangles airside.
Oh, I love Bojangles.
That is amazing. Like full on.
That's just North Carolina right there.
Oh, yeah. The other good thing is the food in the Centurion Lounge is great. It's just always crowded.
I didn't do the Centurion Lounge at Charlotte. When my mom had when we flew American, she had that executive Advantage executive card. So we stayed at a Atmost Club, and the Atmost Club was solid. Funny enough, I have not been at a United Club lounge, but I have done 2 American Airlines Atmost Club lounges.
I'll be honest, the Admirals Clubs, unless you're in Chicago or LA, San Francisco, they aren't great. They are not nice. So I apologize for your misfortune.
Look, this is coming from a guy who never did a lounge before that point, so it was nice to not have to sit with Adam and his kids. Look, I was happy about having a 3-hour layover in St. Louis when I was flying on Southwest and I stayed at a freaking Wingtips lounge that my dad paid for. Cash. Wingtips lounge. We didn't have priority pass.
Yep, there we go.
It was still fun. I enjoyed that lounge. I had a free beer. I was just chilling.
Clint knows. Excuse me, Clinton. I apologize.
You got a little too informal with him.
But
I fear shrimp cocktails that far inland.
No, so St. Elmo's, they have their shrimp shipped in daily.
Okay. That's fair.
Like St. Elmo's is legit.
It's not like that gas station shrimp cocktail or don't get the shrimp cocktail at 7-Eleven, y'all.
I have questions about your decision-making skills if you get a cocktail from 7-Eleven.
I'm sorry,
it's a joke.
No.
Is it a Japanese 7-Eleven? Because that's a completely different story.
Let's also be real. There are people that would get shrimp cocktails at a 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah. There's people who would get a shrimp cocktail at Sheets if they could.
Yeah. I have not been to a state that has a Sheets that I know of. I still want to try a Sheets and a Wawa. Obviously, the only thing that I've had was Buc-ee's and QT.
Buc-ee's is fantastic. Wawa, Sheets has better bread. Everything else at Wawa is better. Mm. We just got 2 Wawas in Indy, and let me tell you, do I make that 45-minute drive at least once a week? Absolutely.
Sorry. That's another one, and then another one that I really wish we had so far, just because Cookout.
Oh yeah,
Cookout has 2 things going for it: the hush puppies and the shakes.
Oh yeah, decent burgers.
I just love looking at the menu and just seeing that this was like a convoluted like fast food snack bar, and I was so happy.
Oh, they're doing renovations at Frankfurt. St. Elmo's is famous. I think Bourdain did one of his original shows there. Okay, fair enough.
I'll say this. I believe it was Spaceco that was at that Delta Sky Club. Or we were talking about it. I want to say this was like 2 months ago. Spaceco has been to, I think, almost every single Sky Club that there is to have, which is madly impressive, especially considering he has never hit Delta Diamond. Granted, it's the fact that he's held captive because he lives in Minneapolis, but still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, guys, I don't know if you like spicy food, but their shrimp cocktail sauce has like just chunks of horseradish in there, and it makes you cry tears of joy.
Okay, so we did not go to St. Elmo's Steakhouse because my brother lived in Indianapolis for a little bit. He was going to school at Butler for a couple of years.
Nice.
Sure. He left before graduation because he was not happy there. But anyway, there was like 1 or 2 places that we went to downtown. St. Elmo's was not one of them. Stopped at 5 Sheets on my road trip to Pittsburgh. Never again. Each Sheets was worse than the next. They all smelled like dirty fryer oil.
Yep.
Yeah, that can happen.
Is that just part of the ambiance of going to a Sheets? Like, is that just what you have to expect?
Not usually.
I'm gonna just tell you, Tariq. Like, I would say go to Sheets to experience it, but Wawa's where it's at. The only people that think Sheets is better than Wawa are the people that live next to a Sheets.
Yeah, or spent considerable time in Western Pennsylvania. Now, I'm sort of agnostic. I'm super agnostic now because I can't have either, really.
Lobster bisque from Wawa?
I can't trust the base of the bisque.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
That gluten.
Like, if they've got chili on hand, yes, I will eat the chili.
Actually, Wawa chili is pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Wawa chili is in fact pretty good. Quick Trip chili is not as good. Stewart's chili is pretty good.
I've never had Quick Trip chili. I think the only thing I've had at Quick Trip aside from like the pizza would be like their grilled cheese.
Wendy's chili, it's not great, but it's nostalgic.
No, I don't know, because I will do a chili baked potato a lot. And it actually, like, it will hit the spot. Now, I miss the baked potato having the fake cheese and broccoli on it, but a Wendy's baked potato is not the worst thing in the world.
All I know is Wendy's has a taco salad. Like stupid commercial.
Matt, you have just convinced me to go to Wendy's because they close at midnight, and I'm getting a chili and a baked potato.
Do it. Guess I have bacon or fries.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I remember when I think I was like a junior or senior in high school when they
like last year.
Shut up. When they rolled out the 4 for $4. Man. God, I wish they never killed that. 4 for $4 was like uber successful.
Let me tell you, I was a post-drunken grad when the 4 for $4 came out, and there was a Wendy's down the street from my house, like right at the corner. Dude, best $4 you could possibly spend, especially.
Oh yeah, $4 double stack with when they had that Sauceum sauce that was basically like a knockoff cane sauce. Ooh. Wait, do you remember the mixtape that Wendy's dropped like 7 years ago?
Oh, absolutely. Also, I promise everybody, this is still a Points and Miles podcast.
You earned points on our Wendy's.
Tariq, what card are you using at Wendy's?
We got a couple thick necks on this podcast. That's all.
Funny enough, on my layover at IAH, Terminal C had a Wendy's, and I got just the number one, and I used my Explorer card because I'm working on that $1,500 or 1,500 point like offer where you just have to do like 5 monthly Apple Pay purchases for like
nice
for 3 months. So I was just like, boom. So just
also,
gonna be using that.
Yes, I have, and it is delicious.
I've heard of Skyline chili. I don't remember having Skyline chili. Skyline chili, also another thing I can't enjoy now to its fullest, but I can have the chili.
This isn't for Matt, but this is for Tariq. If you ever go to Cincinnati, I need to find the name of the restaurant, but there's a 9-layer grilled cheese with 18 different types of cheeses on it. Tariq, it's like the size of my head. Like quite literally, it's like this, and you can squeeze it down and take a bite of it. It is magical. You will poop rapidly, or you will not poop at all.
The things that I want to say about a 9-layer grilled cheese. Oh my God. I don't want to say them for the sake of monetization purposes.
We appreciate you.
It's fair. Yeah, I've heard of Skyline chili. My grandmother came from the Cincinnati area, so she was eating Skyline chili as a youngin' before she moved out here. Skyline chili, I hear, pretty decent. But Clinton is not a fan. It's the whole pasta thing and the raw onion, I think.
Oh yeah, didn't they put like chili on pasta or something like that?
It is spaghetti, chili, shredded cheese, and raw onion. You can also do other things as well.
Well, take what I have to say with a grain of salt because I just don't like any kind of pasta, but that just sounds wild as hell.
What?
It's a texture thing.
I'm not judging. I'm just
confused.
Like a pasta man.
No. All this thickness came from every other carb except for pasta.
All right. I support it.
So much arroz con pollo.
Yo vivo en San Antonio.
So, Keith, fun fact, the Wawas in Florida and in Philly now have charging stations. They have superchargers. So, yeah. And they are sponsored, surprisingly, by Audi, which I had to look up because I was like, I didn't realize they had electric cars.
Yeah, the e-trons.
They are wildly expensive.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say they did an R8 electric.
That's just... I will never have that kind of money.
That's sacrilegious. Wait, R8? No. It's bad enough they don't make them in manual.
I got nothing there.
I'm too big. I'm just assuming I'm too big to be in an R8. Also, I'm too poor to have an R8, so it's not really it's a non-starter issue.
I'm too poor to have an R8. Yes, I'm entering like the Ridge contest for the Velociraptor and the Hurricane Off-Road Edition, or $100,000. I'm going to pick the $100,000. I'm not taking either of those cars.
Yeah, because you got to pay the taxes on the car.
Yeah,
you got to pay the taxes on the $100,000.
Yeah, but at least that's just money being taken away from the $100,000 versus you getting the car and having to fork over however much money in tax, title, and licensing for the vehicle.
Register in Montana.
Cheap as hell there. So Mike is telling you that the place you're looking for is Tom and Chi.
Thank you, Mike.
And Mike has his Skyline Chili 3-way. Or he's just telling me the 3-way is pasta with chili, cheese, and onions. I think you can go further. But then you're just getting into Waffle House hash brown territory.
Waffle House hash browns.
Those are only acceptable after 3 a.m. What do you think the MX Plat refresh offer will be? Also, do you think minimum spend goes up to 10K? I don't think minimum spend goes to 10K. I think the all-time... I'm curious. I'm going to give two scenarios here, because I think they're still going to do like their flexible up to whatever number, right? I think if the annual fee is only $895, the personal will only go up to maybe $225. I think if they go to $995, they could do up to $300.
You are more optimistic than I, because I was going to say 200,000. I think Amex is oddly stingy, but will let the points flow if they're happy with you.
Well, because they're doing 175 already on 695. You're adding $200 to the annual fee. If you're adding $200 to the annual fee, I think you can get away with like a 50,000 point increase.
Well, so here's my issue. That 175 is so hit or miss, especially if you aren't in this conversation or community of folks. The average person, because I'll admit the first vanilla platinum that I ever got was 80,000, and that was 2020, late 2020, early 21. I had no idea, right? And then the next two, so I got the Charles Schwab platinum for 125, and then I got another no lifetime language for 175. But I think the average person will see, 150,000 or 200,000 Amex points. I can do that. I don't think they'll go past the 8,000 mark just yet. And the reason I say that is because I think $8,000 for a consumer card, even across 6 months, is already a bit of an eyebrow raiser. And I think Amex wants more people to have this card than less, right? Like, if they wanted to truly thin out the herd and say, we don't want you to have this card, I can see them going to 10,000 or even 12,000 and spend, because I think that's what the Delta Business Reserve is at right now. And say, hey, $2,000 a month and spend for 6 months. But I think Amex wants as many people as possible to have this card. I think Amex wants the fresh 18-year-old with no credit, no history to get this card right now as well. I don't think that the Platinum or Amex, for that matter, is a luxury brand anymore. In the 90s, 80s, sure, when Costco said, hey, you can't shop here unless you have an Amex card or cash, it's luxury. When you actually had a concierge to do something, luxury. But at this point,
So I think the standard website offer is still going to be 80, but I do think the targeted offers that come out,
fair enough,
or the ones with that, like, they're going to send you the mailer, I think those are going to go 225 if they go up to 895, and if they go up to 995, I think they'll go as high as up to 300. But I wouldn't be surprised with a hard 250 cap.
I know that they're going to go more than 795. I know they are, because Chase they want to be the most expensive card.
Yep.
But at $8.95, I can genuinely ask myself, especially knowing what my travel habits will look like for the next 2-ish years. Amex, what are you giving me that's better than what a CSR is? And CSR, what are you giving me that's better right now than just a Venture X?
Chase is giving you a larger lounge network and guests.
Oh, that's right. Venture X is losing guests.
Amex over Chase is giving you
footprint
of lounges, even more lounges, a larger lounge capability with their Escape partnership. Although a lot of Escape lounges now in the US are part of Priority Pass, so like that got
the only ones that aren't are San Diego and Phoenix. There's one in Phoenix that isn't, but the other is.
Yeah. Then there's just the more Centurion lounges. The takeaway, like every Centurion is getting a sidecar, so that's like even furthering the lounge footprint.
I just have no idea where they're going to put that for most of them, especially for like Philly and JFK, and even LaGuardia. There's no space there.
Yeah, that I don't know. But I know that their plan for sidecar, like their ambition for sidecar, is wherever there's a Centurion lounge, there will be a sidecar somewhere relatively close by. And sidecar is supposed to be their grab and go concept, like not quite grab and go, but it's basically grab and go. They're also going to continue to give you the Lufthansa lounge access with their conditions, with whatever you need to do to meet Lufthansa.
Yeah.
Then there's the Sky Club passes, which 10 is not bad, and it's 10-day passes, so like you can use that on multiple segments of a flight. But the question, it is a seriously worthwhile question. Like if they raise the base category from 1 to 1.5, then they can say we're giving you elevated earnings across the board.
You know what would make me jump for joy? 5x direct flights, 5x direct hotels.
Yes.
Just 1.5x everything else. At that point, I think that justifies an extra $200 because you're 1 point higher than the CSR.
Yep. They can do everything the CSR can do, just a little bit better. FHR going to 600, split semi-annually.
Give me $30 on the digital entertainment credit so it covers my full Disney Plus.
Yep. Although now there's a package of like Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max that's like $17.
It's ads on HBO though and Hulu.
So I guess that's what, $24-25 a month for no ads.
I pay for my HBO Max in a yearly subscription, just because I somehow consistently for like the last 4 years, my Blue Business Plus has given me a $50 off of $199. So,
I know you can always get like Peacock attached to various other things, and I pay for Peacock yearly. I pay for Paramount Plus and Showtime together.
Oh, don't pay for Peacock yearly. You have a MasterCard. It's cheaper. Pay monthly. You get a $5 coupon.
Yeah, but is that the one with ads or without ads?
Without. So it doesn't matter. It's just without ads.
Oh.
$5 off. It takes it from $11.99 to $7.99 a month.
Oh, I think actually Instacart Plus comes with annual.
Oh, never mind.
With Peacock. Yeah.
Never mind.
And so I probably don't have to pay for Peacock. I could probably keep Peacock for free. Although I think it's the one with ads for $79. But if I'm going to pay for Instacart Plus,
Paramount and Walmart Plus, where it's like I could get a free Paramount Plus, but it's just like, I've become so ad averse. Just give me my show and let me go on about my way.
Yeah.
Tariq, are you old enough to remember commercials for watching TV?
I've had a TV with a butt in the back that had AV cables.
So if I said I have a structured settlement, what would you say now?
And I need cash now.
Okay. Excuse me.
877 cash now. Call JJ Wentworth. We're not sponsored. We're not really even fans either. Clinton,
and I need cash now.
don't make me do Cars for Kids.
Also, I didn't realize that they're just loan sharks. They aren't like lawyers.
No, why would they be?
I found that out and I was so hurt.
Clinton mentions the Wawa the Wawa website. They have a MasterCard. I did a video on that Wawa card. It's not great.
Yeah.
Honestly, I pulled up all three. I pulled up the Wawa, the Sheetz, and the Buc-ee's card. Out of all of the three cards, I would say Sheetz is the best card out of the three. Buc-ee's gives you 5% back in store and at the pump. Sheetz gives you 40 cents per gallon as a statement credit in your first 30 days, and then 7 cents per gallon every day after that, and then 5% in store, and then 1% cash back. Not including Sheetz fuel service stations.
7 cents off a gallon at Speedway without holding a Speedway credit card.
So I'm also going to say this.
I just use Upside.
In the Philly area, the Wawa MasterCard is actually more prominent than you think because Wawa's gas usually undercuts everybody by about 15 cents. And you can actually shop for groceries at some Wawas. It's where most people get all their coffee, their snacks, their lunch. You can, at UPenn, I will be honest, if I'm eating lunch out or if I don't bring my lunch 4 days a week, I'm eating at a Wawa. 3x on Wawa purchases. It's not great. It's not great, but it adds up.
In the greater Philly area, you can do some damage with it. You could actually do some damage with that card. Yeah. Especially during Hoagie Fest.
Oh my God, I love Hoagie Fest.
Dude, when they do when they have the grandma's leftover Thanksgiving sandwich.
Oh, the gobbler. Oh, Jesus. Man,
the gobbler hoagie.
The gobbler does to my soul.
Fills it with joy?
Hold on. I'm going to show you that I truly am. I messaged them on Instagram like 2 years ago because they were late bringing the gobbler out. And I was like, hey, the fuck is the gobbler coming out?
Look, I'm just thinking about what you said, Craig, about the gobbler and what it does to your soul. And I
will not be changing anything that I've said.
This is what happens when RJ isn't here.
You're right. RJ would reel me back in and say, hey, cut it out.
Oh, she would have sent me to the corner about 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Matt's the parent that lets us stay up late.
What was that?
I said Matt is the parent that lets us stay up late.
That's not even a parent. He's just a nonchalant babysitter at this point.
Just don't put the fork in the socket. Cool?
Aww.
Okay.
The socket was calling me names.
You know what? Grab your iPad. Go away.
Can I do the toaster instead?
Here's your Steam Deck. Please stay away from any appliance ever. Sam with a great question.
22nd, 2020. Hey, 2020 has been a really rough year on everybody. And I was wondering if you could just release the gobbler already.
The fact that you opened it up with 2020 has been a rough year on everybody. When was this? Was it like June in 2020?
September. I love that they replied.
Agreed. And we have good news. It's coming. And quite literally,
the next day.
That day, I got a promotion and it said, free Wawa. They found my app on my membership rewards and they gave me a free sandwich. That is the greatest Wawa marketing. And I went and I enjoyed that goddamn sandwich so bad. I hadn't left the house in like 4 days because it was COVID. And when I tell you that is the greatest goddamn sandwich I have ever had in my life.
Look, I'm glad that
one particular sandwich.
Look,
yeah,
I don't want to hear crap about y'all in COVID. I worked at Target. I was deemed an essential worker. I didn't get unemployment like the rest of the people. God, I was so mad.
I didn't get off. UPenn made us come in.
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so horrible. Anyway,
Yeah, the people are terrible. Sam with a great question. Why are credit card companies hesitant to venture their lounges outside of the US? It seems like a unique marketing opportunity for the affluent customers internationally. Chase has Hong Kong, and there's a couple of Centurions in Europe.
And Australia, Hong Kong.
Oh, they have Australia. Yep.
Japan.
Hong Kong.
I think it's just
Amex has this on lock, but Chase needs to. If Chase could add a couple of international Sapphire lounges, that would be great. But here's why Chase won't. Chase is afraid to put their name on the lease.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, the big thing is just the fact that Chase and Capital One are still relatively new to the lounge game. So obviously Amex has the footprint with the Centurion Lounge because they've been doing this for a minute. So,
and I'll just say this, it is hard to beat somebody that was first to market, right? Like look how long it took for us to diversify from Netflix, right? Netflix was first to market, and for years they dominated the space.
People, if you had Hulu, people thought you were poor.
Yeah. I will say, I think in 5 years, we are having a totally different conversation. I think Chase hasn't caught up completely, but I think they're probably in 10 to 15 of the top 20 markets for airlines. I think Capital One has given themselves an out with the Capital One landings. So they don't need to have a full lounge. They can just have a restaurant space, right? Like, and I think that serves the purpose that many people want, because realistically, I just want to, unless there is something catastrophically wrong with delays or cancellations, or I just got to the airport, God knows why, for whatever reason, super duper early, I just want to grab a drink, grab some food, and go on about to my gate.
Yeah. Now, I will say, Chase should be adding at least 3 more lounges at JFK.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Terminal 1, new Terminal 1, when new Terminal 1 launches, like
2050.
Sapphire Lounge needs to be there. Whatever current Terminal 1 is becoming, I think it's becoming Terminal 2. I don't know what they're doing with current Terminal 1, because why have an idea? That needs a lounge. That should get a Sapphire Lounge. Terminal 6 should get a Sapphire Lounge, and Terminal 8 should get a Sapphire Lounge.
The problem is with Terminal 8, if you don't have status, it is a rough time. And even with status, you have to be flying either international or transcontinental. It is just not a great place to be in JFK.
Yeah. Well, that's the One World Terminal. So, and your only options are the two American Airlines lounges, and British Airways has a lounge. No, British Airways doesn't have a lounge at Terminal 8. British Airways uses the American Airlines
Greenwick.
Yeah. Oh, they have Soho and Greenwick. Okay. Because Chelsea and what do you call it are the AA lounges.
Yep.
But Chase would do good to just plop a lounge anywhere they can. Like they've got the one in Terminal 4. That's with Etihad. They need to put one in Terminal 6. They need to put one in New Terminal 1, and they need to put one in Terminal 8.
Can I just throw something crazy out at you, Matt?
Yep.
They should just buy the club.
You know, some maniac on a podcast about credit cards was harping about that for like the longest time. And he's given up like any sense or hope that Chase will do that.
Because that would what? That's 25 locations just automatically overnight and in places that Amex could never be in.
Like Jacksonville.
ORD. Midway. Jacksonville.
NOLA.
Charlotte. San Francisco. A really nice one in San Francisco.
The one, if that club lounge in San Francisco became the Sapphire Lounge in San Francisco, that would be amazing. I don't understand why they haven't bought the club. I don't know how much Collinson Group is asking for it, but like they should double the asking price
because they know that they got them by, like, they can sell it at a premium because whoever wants to buy it instantly becomes the new. Like, could you imagine just how rapidly
buying it
change the landscape?
Okay, if Amex bought it, that would be the talk fiasco all over again. Like Chase Dining died. The 10X on Chase Dining died because American Express bought the company that powered it. That was powering it. The American Express buying the club from the Collinson Group would end Chase's Lounge aspirations all at once. Because they would have to start all over.
Mm-hmm.
Wells Fargo buying it would just be the funniest goddamn thing ever.
Instantaneously.
Yeah, Capital One buying it would also be like beyond hilarious. Like I am surprised that there is not any movement to Chase having advanced negotiations with the Collinson Group to purchase.
Even if they're asking $1 to $2 billion, Chase, I don't know if you know this, you're the largest bank in America outside of the Federal Reserve.
Yup.
Just putting that out there. Don't know if you remembered.
Yeah. Also, yes, Keith, Peacock did announce rate increases this week. Not great, but still could be worse. Swipe fees much less overseas. Swipes probably couldn't support the lounges, but you use the swipe fees in America to support your lounges elsewhere. Or you just do a closed loop system like American Express. Chase versus Capital One versus Amex next week on Restaurant Wars. Also, with Air France, seems like the play is to buy economy tickets and buy upgrades on the cheap at check-in. It's a risk, but a risk with high reward. Yes, that is probably the best way to do that. Maybe Chase has been too busy building their $3 billion headquarters in Manhattan. Yeah, well, stop. Use that $3 billion. Like, I don't care what it looks like. Stop everything you're doing. Take your $3 billion and go buy the club.
Now, I will say I do love a good headquarters because the city headquarters in Manhattan, beautiful, and they spent $4 billion on that. Like, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, how long did they stall launching the City Strata Elite because they were building that
and laying people off? That thing too with City, nothing that they've done over the last 2 years makes sense.
It's City. What did you expect?
Everything they've done since the Great Recession doesn't make sense.
Don't they still have zombie cards that shouldn't exist?
Not for long. At least
I mean, well, not the Sears one's already dead. The City Prestige, so like they made the Prestige relevant, or like didn't kill the Prestige and gave it 1-to-1 because they knew that Strata Elite was a bad card.
Yeah,
they were intentionally launching a bad card, and instead of forcing upgrades, they made Strata Premier and Prestige cards that you were going to hold on to for dear life for as long as you can because of how bad Strata Elite is, and gave them 1-to-1 American Airlines.
And don't get me wrong, I can appreciate the creativity in the marketing, but the City Nights thing,
It's great marketing.
Yeah, it's great marketing. Somebody is going to fall prey to it. Not I, but somebody. Also, Mike, completely agree. MCO, there's not much there, but that club lounge is really nice. I think the reason it's always busy is because you have people going to SeaWorld, Universal and Disney. It's just that airport was made, in the 80s, and has never been able to keep up with their rapid expansion because, yeah.
All right, I'll give you one. MCO or Las Vegas?
Oh, Vegas any day.
For what? Where I'm flying to?
No, like when you're like flying to, yes, and getting out of the airport, like for rideshare. Because I did that little rideshare thing that they did. I don't know why we didn't take a taxi, but
you're like 10 minutes from the Strip. If it's at night, walk it. You got to think, dude. My aunt lives in Henderson. I've spent most of my childhood going in and out of Vegas.
I guess. Me doing crazy.
I surprisingly have never stayed in a hotel in Vegas because my aunt owns a B&B there. And so, like, if she's not renting it out, I'm like, hey, what weekend can I go so I don't have to use money?
I mean, that's fair. Like I said, I've only stayed only hotel that I stayed on strip was Luxor, and I mean it was alright. I mean, it wasn't like
I've been inside. The ice room is just the utmost completely view of capitalism that I've ever seen, because like, why do we have an ice igloo in the desert? But it's nice.
Yeah. The furthest I walked from Luxor to, I want to say, Bellagio.
Oh, that's a hell of a walk.
Well, I mean, we took some trams and everything. However, there was the tram that we were supposed to take from Bellagio back to Aria, and it closed early. And that was a bitch. God, it was horrible. So yeah, we walked all the way from Bellagio back to Luxor, no trams. Because it was like 2 a.m.
So random, to your point. I love it. Like Vegas is fun. I'm not gonna take that away from people. I also will say I can do a cheap trip to Vegas. There is no such thing as a cheap Disney trip.
True. Nope. That is very true. Because I had the cheap breakfast. I actually had a pretty cheap breakfast at I want to say it's Flights at Planet Hollywood. Really good breakfast.
I've been to the Manhattan Centurion Club lounge thing. It's nice, right? Like, I think
but it's like the 57th floor in Vanderbilt Avenue.
Yeah. Most people aren't going there. I think most people don't know it's an option. And unless you have Centurion card, you have to make a reservation.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it's on Vanderbilt Avenue, so it's not far from Grand Central. Like you're in Midtown.
Yeah.
But it's also hidden away. I don't remember the exact building that it's in. Maybe is it the MetLife building? I don't think it's the MetLife building. But you go up to the 57th floor, and like, yeah, the entire lounge, the entire Centurion Club is like that floor. But if you have the Platinum, you have to have a reservation, and you do get automatic entry with the Centurion, but you also get like whisked away to the Centurion only area, which is like 2/3 of the floor.
So when I went, we were doing a fundraising gala, and my CEO has a business Centurion card. And so he was like, hey, let's go. And so you are allowed 4 guests, well, 3 guests, because 4 people can go in. So CEO, COO, and each one of them. And our CEO, COO, CFO, and our general counsel are the only 4 people in our company that have those cards. But they took us in, and we were like, oh, this is really nice. It's a fancy place, but it's nothing like crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's no different than going to like it's about the same as the LaGuardia Sky Lounge. Really nice, but like nothing crazy. And I will say the bar is nice, but like the food and everything's just kind of, yeah. It's more of a thing to say, look what I can do, than it is like a perk.
Yeah, it's the 55th floor of One Vanderbilt, which is located at One Vanderbilt Avenue in New York. So it's like right next to Grand Central. So like it's not far down the road from Grand Central. So like it's not bad, right? It's not a bad location, but like it's more of a flex than it is like anything else.
If I was young and wealthy and I wanted to take a date somewhere, and
yeah. And then I'd go over to 34th Street and get on a Blade and take her to one of the airports, or Teterboro or something. Sam Ka, do you think at some point in the next 10 years, flights like Qatar or Emirates do American domestic?
They got too many of those big giant wide bodies that I don't think it would make sense. That's like, isn't that like the majority of their fleet or the wide bodies?
American locations can't support those planes, but also even regardless, it's surprisingly wildly expensive to get gate space at most US airports. So like,
especially the slot controlled ones.
Yeah, like somebody would either have to fold or share their gate slots because of like a One World or a Sky Team or a Star Alliance partnership. But just logistically, to Tariq's point about size, and then also just finance, I don't think it makes sense. Because you also have to think they would need to then build brand loyalty across a bunch of people that are willing to drive from Indianapolis to Fort Wayne, Indiana to save $50 on a flight rather than let somebody pay points for them.
Could you imagine? I could just imagine the ridiculousness of seeing like an Airbus A380 from like LaGuardia to Cleveland.
Yeah.
A giant airplane on a Cleveland runway. That would be just absolutely hilarious.
I will only say this and let the side that some people on the internet don't like about me. One, who's still in charge for the next 10 years? And two, how much were they bribed?
Yeah.
Amex hasn't opened any other lounges outside of airports since their Manhattan location, and people are speculating that would be a new thing for banks. Chase has the Seaport, has their Seaport lounge, which isn't much of a lounge, but they do have their space at the Seaport. The thing is, like, where else are they going to do that, right? Are you going to do that at the Riverwalk in San Antonio? Like, would you find space to do that on the Riverwalk?
Yes.
Would you do that in the Mission District in San Francisco? Like, where are you going to be putting these like city specific lounge getaways?
Like, if you have a lifestyle brand, I think that makes sense. But like, also that's just so resource intensive. I think Amex, at least Amex and Chase, they get their bread buttered for, if they're going to say, hey, for lifestyle things, it's at sporting events. It's at, hey, here's a Chase exclusive thing for Sapphire Reserve holders at the F1 Austin race in October, which, Tariq, we should meet up when that happens. Or Indian Wells, Amex exclusive. You can get here, but if you have a platinum card, you can go there. If you have a Centurion card, you can go here.
Yeah.
Just don't think it's feasible, to Matt's point, from a resource standpoint, both from space, but also from just pure money, and also then resource management, for them to buy into that. Like, maybe in San Francisco, LA, and possibly like the big five markets, but like in Philly, it's such a hard time to build that out, because if it's not in Center City, it's probably getting, never mind, I'm not going to say that. Yeah.
If it's not in Center City, or what is it, Fishtown?
Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
It's not the population you want.
Yeah. You don't want to be on Passyunk, and you don't want to be going south on Passyunk. I'll tell you that much.
You all could have a nice lounge in Kensington, the country's largest open air drug market.
Yay! You know where you put the Philly Lounge? You know where you put the Philly Lounge.
Yeah.
You don't put it in Center City.
Where do you
You don't put it in Fishtown. You don't even put it in the city of Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't even put it in Philadelphia County. You put it at KOP.
You know what? Yeah. They already have luxury row for the mall. That would be perfect. And like half the mall is already barren. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to. But do you really want to pay rent at KOP? Do you want to pay rent? Like, how much is Amex paying in rent at One Vanderbilt?
Oh, it's got to be millions.
Yeah. And then if you want to expand that, if you're putting it in Chicago, are you putting it in what used to be the Sears Tower? I think now it's what
It's always the Sears Tower.
It's the Sears
Tower. Sears Tower. Okay, fine. You want to rent out a floor in the Sears Tower? How much is that going to put you back?
Millions.
Yeah. LA, where are you going to put it in LA? Anywhere in LA proper is going to be money. Especially if you do Grumman Chinese Theater, or you do anything in Hollywood, or anything in even outside of LA, like Venice, Burbank, Long Beach, Santa Barbara. All of that's going to cost money. San Fran, you could put it in the Tenderloin, but guess what? Money.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be enough for them to make up the cost of getting the space.
Yeah. And then they'd have to charge money, and part of the reason you're holding the card is free access to these lounges.
Yeah.
Clinton also mentioned that there's legal restrictions on foreign airlines doing domestic flights, doing domestic routes. Yeah, that would have to be changed. But, in a time where crime is legal, that's a pretty easy one to move. Chase regularly have pop-ups, pop-up lounge in Vail. Yeah, Vail, ski season. Like, you can always do a pop-up experience there. They own EatsCon, so wherever they put EatsCon, there's always Sapphire Preferred and Sapphire Reserve specific things that you can get, specific trinkets. They do the US Open. They do, one of them does the Masters. I think it's Amex that does the Masters. It's Amex and City that have the Masters locked down. Chase is starting to get into F1.
Didn't Chase do the Olympics in 24?
Chase had a lounge, a little like lounge and what do you call it, experience for the Olympics in Paris. They'll probably do the same in Los Angeles, assuming Los Angeles actually happens.
2028 for multiple reasons, but the Olympics is one of them.
Honestly, real quick non-credit card thing. I feel like I'm afraid that 2028 might be the year that the U.S. might lose in basketball.
Good.
But football, however, flag football, no. They're going to kill it. They're going to destroy. Who's going to cover Tyreek Hill?
Hi, have you met Australian rugby players?
Okay, no. Like, we're talking about NFL. Like, we're going to, not only that, it's regulation football, flag football, American flag football. They're going to get that. We're going to bend the rules to our liking because it's in America. It's how it.
We see one haka will fold like a house of cards.
Tell that to the U.S. men's basketball team. They seen that haka what New Zealand did, and you know what? Let me go find that now.
It's going to be real funny if we win gold at rugby union and lose and don't even medal in basketball.
We will medal. We will probably be it'll be bronze, maybe. But we may not win gold.
No.
Are you assuming France or Spain?
France. If it's not France, was it Serbia? Is that where Jokic is from? Yeah. So if not France, Serbia. Because Serbia gave Team USA a run for their money and almost knocked them out in the semifinal round.
I think the problem is that they weren't taking it seriously at first.
Yeah, but
this can be a conversation for later.
This is an off live conversation.
Fair. All right. So Atmos. Let's go back to the top of the show. Atmos rewards, I think, will be an interesting play. I think their whole ecosystem that they're trying to build could be pretty intriguing. The Atmos cards, I think, are. Oh, hey, we got Key joining us. Key from Kiki's Adventure. Thank you so much, Key. The Atmos card, I think, there's a very distinct subset of people that the Atmos Summit card would work for. Craig, you might be in that demographic. $395. The 25k point companion certificate every year will be super valuable. You can get some pretty good value out of that if you know where and how you're going to book. That would be great. What is with companies making up words? What is Atmos, Bonvoy, and so many others? Those are the things they can trademark. And if you can trademark it, then you can turn it into money. Bonvoy is a stupid name. It's supposed to be a play on Bon Voyage and travel that way.
Yeah.
No, it's only associated with bad redemptions.
Travel well. Atmos is atmosphere. The card is the design of the card, which has gotten negative responses is just it's an airline window. Like, it's fine.
They
It's not
spent millions of dollars for R&D, and that's what they came up with. But
well, they spent millions of dollars with marketing, and you know what marketing executives do? The least amount possible to make themselves sound as genius as possible, and they take your money and they set it on fire. Going out to lunch for 6 hours a day. Am I the only one annoyed when level 3 data shows up on your personal Amex statement for what you ordered at the restaurant? Oh no. I don't want restaurant level 3 data showing up. I don't want level 3 data of any kind showing up.
Yeah.
I want level 3 data to be something like, okay, you have it. Cool. I want to request it. You don't show me what you know. Like, I know you're going to have it. I know you're going to give people a bit of a discount on the swipe fee for it. But don't put my level 3 data on my statement. No.
I now have to look at my statement and see what's going on.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Absolutely the fuck not. Chicken nachos as entree, water, FB, perf. Oh, no.
Was this a toast restaurant?
Oh, it could be. Is there any day stay hotels near JFK? There have to be. TWA hotel for sure.
Yeah, TWA.
Staff was helpful. Bed was comfortable. 2.5. JFK Plaza Hotel, TWA Hotel, day use hotels, New York JFK. Okay, so dayuse.com. I'm just going to pop this in the chat. Looks like your YouTube live chat is disabled. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Please hold. Cool. There we go. Oh, I already did that. Never mind. Firebird's Wood Fire Grill. I've heard about Firebird's.
It's actually a pretty good restaurant.
Oh, that's in downtown Indy, isn't it?
Yep.
And they have like a really good fried chicken sandwich. Okay. That is not cool. Might have a day stay option. Yeah, the TWA I'm sure has a day stay option. Dayuse.com. I don't know. I just pulled up a web page, but it's showing the Hotel Mint in Far Rockaway. I don't know that you want to do that. There's a Comfort Inn option apparently. Hilton Garden Inn, Hampton Inn, the Essence Hotel at JFK in Jamaica. 4.1 out of 5 stars. Oh, you can do 11 to 5, 1 to 7, 2 to 8 bookings. That's yeah, you can do some day rates at these hotels. Interesting. It's booked through day use, so there'd probably be a third-party booking option, but yeah. In Carmel, okay. Just don't like the details of what I ordered being printed on the statement. No, nor should you. That's gross. Okay. Copy. Thanks for checking. Yep. Looks like you can do some day rates through dayuse.com at some Marriott's and Hiltons. So cool. I just can't guarantee you're going to get days credits or nights or anything like that.
Frequent Miler also just recently did a day stay how-to. That video is actually like very informative. I dropped it in the Discord. I can drop that as well. But like really fantastic information, codes and everything.
And if you can get elite knights, if you can get knights or status credits or anything like that out of that, booking direct that way, go for it. The Resorts World near JFK, that could do an option. That info is great. I wonder if you can do point stays. I would double check the frequent miler video for sure. Like, if somebody's going to find a way to do it, it would probably be Nick or Greg or Tim. Don't know about Steven. And I can't speak for Carolyn. So yeah, there we go, gentlemen. I think we've gone pretty far. We are kind of grasping at straws at the moment, and now I'm thinking about the Wawa Gobbler. Damn it!
Good job, Craig.
Don't blame me. Blame the love and joy and spirit that Wawa puts into that delicious, delicious gobbler.
It's your fault.
So goddamn good.
I just want you to know, I pulled up a message that is 5 years old to show you how much I love a sandwich. If that does not tell you how good that goddamn sandwich is, I don't know what else will.
I didn't know there was a single sandwich that could be that good.
You need to get to the Northeast around the fall.
No, you know what I need? And Craig, you might co-sign on this. You know what I need? I need Granddad's Luther Burger.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Two patties, bacon, cheese, in between Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay, we're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right. We have gone very far in this adventure. To the 24 people still sticking around, we appreciate you all. Clinton, I know you're heading out for the night. Thank you so much for that. Double, thank you for coming back. Yeah, we're still on. We go long. What can I say? Mike, thanks for the show tonight. Thank you so much, Mike. For everyone who did super chats this week, thank you so much. Keith gifting 10 memberships, double with the member for a month and the highlight there. Son Yun with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much for those. We appreciate everyone who stuck around this long. And Craig, right back to Wawa and tell them you're still thinking about that sandwich and see what they do. Yeah, they could give you.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
Oh, Lord.
Waiting for the Wawa in Westfield to open so I can experience this magnificent sandwich. Yes. I've wanted to drive into Jersey. Not a thing I like doing. I've been willing to drive into Jersey for Wawa. Matt, go to Vietnam and eat banh mi. I would love to. It's just I can't have the baguette. And Double sent us a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Double. Although, son, when I go to Vietnam, I'm going to be doing so much street food and so much pho. So much pho. All the pho. Anyway, yeah, I'm delaying the inevitable. As always, my apologies, but we will see you guys back next week. Hopefully, life has stopped lifing so hard and we can get back to a more regular schedule. But question show is dropping in the morning. I have that edited. I do have to edit the micro mailbag and I have to drop the topics for that Lonnie and I did this week. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch the episode this week, it's just me and Lonnie. We had a really good time doing it, and we found a way to do an hour and a half, just the two of us, because that's how we roll. And guys, great to have you guys available tonight. Have a great rest of the week, y'all. We'll catch the replay since I joined at the end. Thank you so much, Key. And to everyone else, thank you for your time. We will see you next week, and hopefully not go 3 hours next week.
We will go 3 hours next week.
Oh, yeah.